Kermit the Frog here with
What up, mama?
Hi-ho.
Mom bugs.
With Bert and Ernie and Kermit the Frog here. Hi-ho. Kermit the
You
Frog
do got
here.
green on.
Did they still do
So I said it.
that show right?
No.
The Muppets? I know there's still occasionally every 5 or 10 years they'll make a new movie or
I
something.
think we've talked about it before, though, on here, but maybe we haven't. I loved, you know where I'm going with this, right?
Muppet Treasure Island?
Oh! Muppet Treasure Island, the game and a movie,
Tim
dude.
Curry, dude. Tim Curry was the bomb back in
Did you guys ever play the freaking Muppet Treasure Islands?
The game?
It had a game.
on
It had a
disc,
PC, yeah.
the PC game. It
Dude,
was-
I thought about it today
yeah.
because I kept doing that stupid Kermit voice, and Justin's like, "You got to stop." But I was like, dude, I remember me and Bean playing the crap out of it. I think you
yeah.
played it with us too.
Yeah,
I-
that does sound
I
familiar.
had it at my house. It was
Yeah.
like a
Okay.
PC disc game that we would play
Yeah.
with the,
Yeah, dude, I played some fun games at
there
your
was
house back
some-
in the
some
day, bro.
goofball-
I remember
but
that.
it's Same.
Well, dude, things like that
Way.
held weight. So, like, I mean, you know what I mean? Like playing a game back then,
Yeah.
like you were like just blown all the
Well,
time.
not everybody had every system.
Blown.
Oh man, dude, I worded that. I set myself up for
Just
that.
playing games and blown.
It was just blown, dude. But no, Muppet Treasure Island was awesome.
Oh yeah, dude.
Yeah, I'm gonna look on Steam and see if I can get it and play it.
Yeah.
Big
It's probably hard as was it. Was it?
That was
It was like a puzzle game. A lot of it was like a big puzzle game and stuff. So it was
Stone.
like click, point and click puzzle game.
Because like some of them.
But it had Tim Curry's voice in the game
Oh, yeah.
too. Like you'd meet him down there and you knew he was bad, and but
Curry's
you wanted him to be so good because he was cool, right?
I don't remember it neither.
Yeah, Pennywise was in. He was the main villain. He played what's the guy with the peg leg from the actual Treasure Island book.
Oh, I know.
It's the chef. He was
cool too, though.
Something Jack Silver, I think.
Dude,
The actor.
Same guy that played Nosferatu, right?
Yeah,
This-
no. You're thinking of the new Pennywise.
You're thinking about the Skarsgård guy.
Skarsgård. Oh,
We're
yeah.
talking about the old
original-
school.
Oh, I know exactly.
Tim Curry.
Tim Curry, yes.
Yeah.
Okay,
Have you
I
seen
know.
the movie Clue? The old movie Clue.
Yeah.
Yep,
Actually.
Yeah, he's the butler in that.
He's the butler in it. He also played, he played in some, I've seen him play like in a weird movie
Yeah, in
too,
that,
where he's like wearing a dress.
Oh
and
yeah,
it's
that
like-
was in oh god, Sam, what's the name? It's the something horror Rocky Horror Picture
Yeah,
Show.
that one was
Yeah,
weird.
Yeah, it's odd. He plays a weird weird.
I don't
alien
actually
thing
even
in
know
there.
what the hell that
Legend?
was about.
I don't know.
Legends
It was
never
good.
die.
I love Legend. Yeah, him is basically Satan. You know, in that one. Yeah, he's got the big giant horns and stuff. Yeah.
This was it. That was it.
Oh yeah, Muppet Treasure Island.
That's
dude,
a
yeah.
video game?
And a movie.
Okay.
I remember the movie.
Oh, yeah.
I've definitely seen the movie.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
remember.
that up there, that's Tim Curry. That's the OG.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the other guy.
Long John Silver. That's
Long
it.
John
Wasn't Jack
Silver.
Silver. I'm thinking of Jack Sparrow. I'm just thinking, yeah, that's right.
It was so good.
Long John Silver. Yeah, I think that was the character.
Call him Big Johnny.
And he just had that little thing on top of his head. Remember him?
What
No.
Beaker?
No.
Beaker, yeah.
I think
Beaker,
that
like,
Oh
like
yeah.
a puppet, and he just has this like
nose.
red
Yeah, he
hair.
was
Up
awesome.
here, always flapping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're like, that guy, he scared me when I was a kid.
Oh yeah.
I was like, ah!
I was like,
I like it.
me and Pee Wee Herman, dude, did not get along.
Yeah.
Yeah, Pee Wee Herman scared me too.
But Pee Wee Herman was like intriguing to me. Like I watched it, being terrified at the
Yeah.
same time. Like,
Because it was weird.
as a kid, you're just like kind of like disturbed by Pee Wee.
I'd always thought the dude was definitely full blown pervert.
yeah.
That's what he gave me.
He was.
He was,
Because didn't
right?
he get busted right before he died?
So
He
what?
was jacking off in like adult movie theaters or something.
Something?
Something like that.
I could get caught doing that. that's not
I
the
think
level
there
of.
was-
I thought he was like actual
No, I
pervert.
don't
You guys
think it
remember,
was
No, I
doing
don't
anything
think so.
crazy. But
He was in
Hey, Bert.
He was
Bert.
in
Hey, Bert. Remember?
Yeah, I do.
You know, he just got on Bert's nerves all the time. He's like,
Mystery Men, Abe.
hey, Bert.
oh yeah, is the farting dude?
Hey,
I
Bert.
can't remember.
He's like, what, Ernie?
What else?
Hey, Bert, I'm scared.
I'm like, dude, the Muppets are surrounding the location as we speak.
Hey, Bert.
Dude, you seen this? Have you? Do you guys ever watch the Omegle? The Omegle videos? Have you seen Kermit the Frog on Omegle?
With the
He'll pull out a cucumber out of nowhere, like he's stroking off.
Yeah.
Dude,
What's
that's
that? What's that?
The best shit.
What's
I've
that
ever
bald
seen.
guy that will be like,
Yeah, yeah.
Pick a number 1 through 5.
Yeah.
They're like 3. He's like, they have 3 minutes left to live.
Like show someone tied up like.
He's like, hey, Bert, I'm scared.
Oh, you're getting me with that one.
Dude, it's always something up there, locked in there. I'll hear something, and I'll be like, I'm gonna talk about
It's just like locked in autism.
Yeah, yeah, it's something up there.
Yeah.
I couldn't do it though. I can't. I got Bert right now. I could do it.
Right.
Hey, Bert, I'm scared, Bert.
I want to try.
Hey, Bert.
All right. I don't do it now. You guys all looked at me.
Because you could maybe do that one,
He like look at me, dude.
but it's harder to
Because you
think.
got extremely nervous there for a minute. And you're like, I'm not doing that on camera. Yeah. Because I looked at him, he like goes, I loved it though.
Oh,
That was beautiful.
dead to
Do
rights on
it,
that
give
one.
it, dude. Do it.
Hey, Bert. Hey, Bert.
We're Muppets, dude. Come on, Sam, give it.
Hey, Bert. Hey, Bert.
Dog, dude, it's you,
That was
man.
weak, dog.
I did it though.
I mean, on your
Hey, Bert.
Can everybody do freaking?
Pretty much. I mean,
I don't know if I could talk like that for a while.
Oh
though.
my God, that was beautiful.
Yeah, that was a
we
good
all,
one,
we
you know.
all just did it. That's
You and Abe
ridiculous.
should do the Muppets.
that
though.
reminds me.
We
of some
should
stuff-
all do it.
That
Apparently,
reminds me of some stuff you would do as a kid. Be like, because Abe would do this thing where he
Oh,
would
yeah.
like he would get going. He would make some sound or some noise, or he would say some crazy made up word, and then he would get everybody in the room to then do it. And he would try to be like, "Hey, yeah, say this thing over and over," and he would bug you until you started doing it.
Yeah.
Which was
nonstop.
hilarious.
I remember that actually.
And it was hilarious until it was you.
Yes. Yeah. Then it was really torturous.
Because when you're like watching everybody else, you're like, "Oh, it's kind of funny," and then he'd be like, "Hey, Bina, say this," and like 7 times, and I'm just like, "No, dude, stop."
7 times.
7 times 7.
Dude, being kids are also annoying.
I don't know what that is. He said 7 times 7. I started trying to math that shit up.
49. But
49?
yeah.
Oh, nice. Congratulations. I was going to say like 182.
Yeah, I do algebra. What was it on the one that one guy showed you guys? Oh, he was like, I do like algebra 1, 2, and 3 on. You know,
dude.
He was
on the soft white underbelly.
Yeah, it was. This guy was like just math.
He's like, really? Give me like this. And he said something. And he's just like 1,082. Wait.
Wait.
It's
He's like,
412.
what is it?
423 and you know.
Yeah.
And you're like, stop, dude. You're.
He really held his feet to the fire. That's maybe most hold your feet to the fire video I've ever seen. In
Well,
my
it
life.
was like this guy was just like saying all this stuff. And the dude was instantly like,
And we all know guys like that.
he was like,
They'll just like
what's
say
10,
things.
10
and then you
times
like,
10. He's like, he just starts like 4,404. Wait a minute. Like the dude on.
Oh,
like
I think
that,
he did 12 times 12. I think was
the
what
dude
he
was recording, just like instantly, like just hit him. Was like, okay, what's this then?
Yeah, and he's clearly like, I'm just a drug addict.
Well, that guy was like,
Yeah.
I do it on multiple.
dude,
And you're like, dude, you don't have.
I seen an interview where that guy who does that show got walked because that apartment studio where he does the interviews is right on like not death.
Yeah, I know what you're Death Row,
Skid Row.
Skid Row. Yeah, yep.
Which is like the worst part of like
yeah.
California there is. So like right out the window is like just people like tense people shooting up.
Zombie and just walking. Dude,
I'm like,
there's
this
real
guy
life
has
zombies.
balls
Well,
to
yeah.
film a show like that.
People
you
are
seen
like,
the
look
one-
at movies. Look at these zombie movies. I'm like, yo, I've actually seen people walk crazier
Yeah.
on video. In person, I've seen some crazy
Think
shit.
about their-
Because like there was this one day like I was gassing up and I think you were with me.
Oh,
And that
actually,
dude,
yes.
He was just, and this was actually in our town, and it was one of those things where there was just a dude. He was walking on the street and he just started going. And just yelling,
Making
just
noises.
shouting at nothing,
Yeah.
and he did it like 5 times.
Dude.
Do you remember that guy that we seen that was walking with like his legs were up here, the rest of his body was back in Toledo? Do you remember that at the gas station?
Oh my
I'm like
God.
just watching this guy. I'm like, damn, that is a good angle. Like this man would be an athlete if he could actually get his shit together.
I'm gonna.
was impressive,
I
kind
seen a
of.
guy the other day. I told everybody that I'm not gonna say because it was something wrong.
Okay.
With this guy. Remember me telling you that?
Yeah, you should say it.
Yeah, it wasn't like he had like some kind of like this. Well,
Yeah, no, it was exactly what it was.
no.
When does drug abuse turn into a disability?
That was a drug use.
No, I think there's something wrong with it, but
Oh.
it kind of freaked me out a little
Yeah.
bit.
What was wrong with him?
But I don't know. I don't know. He wasn't like
Nobody else probably does
I'm
either.
sitting in the car. I'll just tell you whatever.
Yeah, tell
sitting in
us.
the car like at the red light, and I see this like probably in his 20s walk by, and he's going like this. He has these big earphones on, and he's like,
Oh shit. Holy shit. Oh, that might be drugs, dog.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think he was just kind of maybe.
That's
Maybe.
It
Yeah,
kind
dude,
of
it's
sounds
probably-
like drugs a
yeah, it
little
sounds
bit.
like
Like,
But dude, he kept doing it. He would stop. He'd be like, and then when he was walking, he's like, and he would summon the music. He'd be like,
Like he was
everybody in
he
the
was in
cars
a
are like-
safe area.
Yeah.
Thought no one could see him.
yeah,
Yeah.
But
it's like when you're a kid and like you're like
Hide under the blankets.
they're like they can't see me if I like but your like top of your whole head sticking out.
Dude,
he
like,
walked
it
like
reminds
this.
me of Grandma's Boy when he's up against the wall. He's like, "How can they see me?"
it was
Right.
crazy. I've never seen anything like it in my
Effort you
life.
do.
What's
with it.
worse? What's
wild.
worse?
Because he was
than-
in his own head, like,
What's worse than now? You're walking around and you see like some, let's say, like out in the city, ghetto black dude or ghetto white dude, wearing headphones, listening to music no one else can hear, but rapping out loud while they're walking.
yeah.
And it's like they're probably listening to Kanye West, but in real life, like,
It's like,
I'm gonna like move his mic, and be like, you have no flow, and then put it back on. It's like,
quit doing this in public. Go to your garage at night where no one can see you
The
and only one light on.
the drug addicts that you see that like you were saying, like his legs were here but his back was way back here. I think there should be a you know how they're like, help the homeless and help the the drug addicts and stuff like that. I think chiropractic things should be free for those types of people.
No, I think
Could you imagine being the guy that they come in and you're
we
like,
just make it like a separate version of the Special Olympics, but for drug addicts. Just be like,
he gets up on the table and his whole back is like this. And that
Like,
guy's
make
like,
him do crazy
wow,
shit.
I've never
I
seen
totally
that.
couldn't agree with you more. I donated to a homeless shelter once. I'm gonna toot my own horn here, and I went in there and I'm like, yeah, what kind of food you guys need and all this. They're like, we need cleaning products more than anything. I'm like, it's stink up in this bitch. Don't it?
Be pooping. Well, you do get done like, freaking
Yeah.
doing an 8-ball.
Well,
freaking.
they were housing
like 3
over
months.
hundreds of people. Like,
Imagine your
a whole-
poop.
yeah.
Yeah.
You guys
after
ever-
doing that.
Yeah. So I was like, yeah, I mean, I couldn't. 100 people. If I was living here, you'd need cleaning products a lot.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, for
Do
sure.
you guys remember the old retired boxer, that homeless guy in Nipsey?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I have heard so many stories about him. I was so young. I don't know if I would
Okay.
put a face to him.
I don't know if you give him money. I gave him money.
Did you?
Did you?
Oh, is that me?
I was like 4, dog.
Was you?
I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe I just never seen this.
I
guy.
was like
I've
17.
heard him. I seen him.
Yeah,
don't
see,
know if
I
ever gave
wasn't.
him money.
I wasn't rolling around with your crew when you were 17.
Right.
No,
'Cause
I
you
was
would've
like,
been like 9.
11, 9.
But then it got to the point you kept asking me over and over. I'm like, I have no more money to give you. I'm like, because I would ask him questions like I think he was a legit boxer. Like, you met him.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah,
He
yeah.
was a pretty cool dude.
Yeah. No, he probably was a boxer, but
Yeah.
he was washed up.
Yeah.
Older.
You know?
That sucks.
You do drugs, man. Yeah.
I'm like, here's $5, when I would see him.
She's like, streets killed me. You never seen
Yeah.
her?
Oh yeah.
Absolutely. Streets killed me. No, it didn't.
No, you're alive. You breathing. You're okay.
They might have killed.
and $5
your soul.
back in my day was a lot of money.
I was ever loving soul.
Back in my day, man, give you $1 on Friday.
Yeah.
He'd give you that $1.
I didn't give you $1 back. I'm like, yeah, give me $1 now. I need 100 more.
Yeah.
Because
Back
can't do
we'll be
anything
telling our
with
kids that. Back in my day, man, give you $100. You'd be, you didn't show up.
Isn't that the insane thing that like nowadays you can't? I'm gonna sound like an old man for a second, but like it is weird to think like because we were the last generation that could really buy anything for $1.
Right.
You know what I mean? That was anything real.
that's true. We used to when we were kids.
Like a
be able to
dollar
buy-
store was
Like,
the dollar.
yeah.
Like,
I was like, why is this thing
Mom give you
$7?
Like our kids a buck or something.
Yeah.
Like, go buy some candy. Like, bro, to buy it's like $5 for a candy bar, bro, or
I
like
had
$2.50.
planned-
Yeah.
Like,
Dollar
come on.
store.
yeah.
It's like MTV music
Well,
television.
Is the dollar store still $1?
No, not
Hell
most
no.
things.
Hasn't been for
There are
okay.
some things that are $1, but most stuff.
Yeah,
is.
I remember
it
the
looks like
people like-
someone just made it with a freaking 3D
I
printer.
think it was our cousin
It was
Jennifer.
a toy.
I think I was riding around with cousin Jennifer when I was younger.
You're shaking her.
And I went to a dollar store and they're like, hey, anything in here's $1. I'm like, I want that remote control car up there, that big one. And they're like, no, that's $20. I'm like, well, then get it the fuck out of here.
Yeah, it shouldn't be here.
Shouldn't be here because you told me everything was $1 in this bitch. That was not.
No, I remember having that same realization at some point along the way where I was just like, as a child, like having that realization of like, oh, you're just lying to us. Like your marketing is just lies. Like
That's been my whole life.
yeah.
This world has lied to me repeatedly.
100%.
I think it's
dude.
all marketing is like
Shaking.
Sorry, bro. You're chuckling.
I'm like, my mic is just like,
Sorry, dude.
No, you're good. You're good.
You're
But
chuckling.
like, I can tell when you're chuckling because that bugger like ding, 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 ding. I'm like, whoa, whoa.
It was like, yeah, pretty much my whole life.
Like,
Lied
shit.
to my whole life.
Like for real, like
Marketing is.
you're like you can be anything in the world you want to be, and like no,
Well, think about
Not a
it.
chance.
not a chance.
Not a chance.
Remember, like,
you want me to be a doctor
Right.
working on you.
Okay, give me the
Bro,
scalpel.
one of the most-
Open heart surgery right now tonight at 9.
One of the most messed up videos I've seen. These nurses and doctor had someone like opened up on the table. That was all blurry.
Yeah.
But dude, they were like dancing and twerking and shit while this
my
person's
God.
unconscious.
I've seen some of that.
I was like, "Is this real?" And then I looked at the comments, and it's. I mean, I don't. You can't ever tell. But dude, it
Oh, there's probably like in the surgical room. There's tons of just shenanigans going on.
Yeah.
They're freaking flicking things on you. They're doing all kinds of stuff.
dude, I got a booger in my heart.
They're like this. He'll be back in because he's got MRSA.
He spits right in the wound.
Right onto his heart.
Yeah, dude.
He'll
but
be
no,
back in a couple
for
months.
sure. Because
That's money in the bank.
What are you saying, Abe? What are you?
I don't know.
what are
How's
you
your knee
saying,
been?
man?
That's hilarious. He spit MRSA on your heart.
It was just like he took he took some plaque off his tooth. He's like poo, and just shot it over onto your open.
That's
open
one
heart.
poor
Oh, my
doctor, bro.
God.
Picking plaque
Bro,
with his
some of
tooth.
them, yeah, some of them be doing some like the one dude that was inseminating like thousands of women.
Oh,
at,
yeah, I heard about
at the
that.
sperm clinic.
Jeez.
It was like he was like threw everyone else's sperm away. He's like, no, I'm God.
and then just freaking
Yeah, it's
went
like-
to Wangtown.
Yeah, well, he's like hundreds of kids out there probably.
Did you guys see the human body part chop shop?
Huh?
No.
What's that one?
There was a building. It was like a part of like a facility where they. I remember sending it. You guys may have sent it
I might
back
have
in the
missed it
day
or something. Yeah.
But they busted this place and they had like severed legs,
Oh no, I remember now. Yeah.
arms, hands, fingers, heads.
Damn.
They were like harvesting bodies and they would sell them on the black market to people like who wanted a skull or.
Yeah.
Dude,
And they
speaking
busted
of-
this chop shop.
What's a
that-
skull worth on the black market?
I don't know. They
I don't
got
feel,
busted.
feel like you. I feel like you can start googling that and you're on a watch list.
You're flagged.
How much is
You're
a human
flagged
skull?
immediately.
But it was you hear of this like I've heard
yeah.
of like chop shops, dude. Like
Yeah.
I've watched like Hostel and these stupid movies, but you don't think they're kind of real, you know? You're kind of like whatever.
Oh, dude, there's
Just a horror movie.
I've.
But then you
gotten-
see it on the news, like they're filming from the helicopter. Like they busted it legally,
Yeah.
like this place that was doing nothing but harvesting body parts.
I see. I've gotten old enough to where at this point in my life, I've realized like if I've heard like a rumor that something horrible is going on somewhere in the world, I just assume now that it's real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like because
Yeah.
it probably
It kind
is.
of-
I would say, like, I don't believe in conspiracies anymore. 'cause
Right,
they're all real.
exactly.
It's
That's like,
just like-
that was like a conspiracy. You hear that, you're like, no, it's a horror movie, like someone made.
It's and I'm like
On that
if
movie,
it's-
they were really harvesting people's bodies, and they're like, "Yeah, now we're gonna release it."
There's been movies where they got in trouble for using real dead bodies.
Oh yeah.
Have they?
Well, actually, in the original Poltergeist, they didn't get in trouble, but they. but they
I did hear
remember-
something like that.
So in the original Poltergeist, they basically it was. Here's the crazy thing: it was cheaper. Not they didn't do it for any
They
other
just went to
reason.
the morgue, like, "Hey, you got some dead
It
bodies
was
back
cheaper
there?"
back then, apparently.
That's why that movie rules, because they use real things.
Yeah, dude, we do.
Real bodies.
Yeah.
It's got to be brought back.
Yeah, apparently
Sunday
all the
because
skeletons or whatever,
we're
those are
holding
real
his,
humans.
memorial here.
That's crazy.
Or they get them after the memorial, and then like I
There's, like-
I also seen this guy that was like he said as a side gig was helping like working at what did you call that where you bury dead bodies?
Oh,
The morgue?
mortuary.
Mortuary, yeah.
Mortuary,
So he said like as a side gig, and then he said he like lifted a casket with this other guy, and it was so light, felt like there wasn't a body in there. And then he asked the guy, he was like, "What's up with that?" And he just said,
What's up with that?
Yeah, he's like, "Don't ask questions you ain't ready for." I'd imagine he was like real old and looked like
He's like, dude, listen. You think I can make a living off of burying dead bodies? No.
yeah.
I pull them out at the end,
I selling them.
and I stack them in the back of my shed. I put the dirt on the thing, and I'm like, "Hey, yo, I got a full one here."
He's a grave robber. Grave robber.
There it was. He's a grave robber.
How'd you pick up on that so fast?
Everyone did.
Well, that's what I said. Grave robber.
Dude, I tried saying a mortuary. I
Hey,
couldn't say
do
that.
you remember that video you showed us? I still never
Yeah.
forgot it. Yeah.
That kid that was digging up dead bods.
What was he doing?
When we was showing video, when we was watching videos.
Just the bod spray.
No, that one kid, it was like
Guys
in the
remember that
90s.
stuff. You'd be like, "Pfft," like,
Abe, do you remember that?
Do I remember?
Fresh.
I upgraded to Old Spice. I mean, It's not much of an upgrade. It's the same shit. I'm still bodding it up, basically.
Yeah,
Probably why I'm single.
She's like, he smells awful.
It smells like Bigfoot's dick in here.
No, but yeah, dude, that was I remember that one. That was wild.
Do you guys remember that one?
Yeah,
I don't know if it was true. I have, but I don't know.
Why was he,
I've looked into that.
why was he digging their bodies up?
He was like, because the video, he had a skull.
But yeah, but like I was like looking into it, like
And
they
this
could
one
get like
dirty, his hands were all dirty like that. And like, I looked into the
gold.
video.
They like gold in their teeth, or
He would rob
they got
graves.
some kind of like gold, like
So they were
fuse or
grave
something.
robbers?
Yeah. And they filmed it back in like the late or
With
to
VHS
mid-90s,
tape, like VHS and stuff.
And they did like a couple videos of like,
I played it on one of the
After
old
a grave
podcast
robbery?
episodes.
yeah.
Back
But
when
then
we
they
used to do
disappeared.
cool
Like,
videos
no one
and
had a
stuff
clue
before
where they
YouTube
came
became
the videos.
YouTube.
It's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
I'm like,
But on
That
that,
was a
hey,
crazy one.
everybody,
I'll
like,
never
comment,
forget that.
subscribe, and hit the bell notifications. And hey, man, let's keep this train going, dude.
Let's keep this
I'm
train
just gonna
going.
stop saying that one time.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna stop.
Stop
No, but
what?
seriously though, guys, I want you guys to subscribe.
he's looking right at
Tired
you.
of
You
it.
got all dead on him.
I'm tired of it, dude.
Look at him right in
He's
the
like, I'm
eyeballs.
tired of your behavior, not
Hey,
subscribing. And
I got to pee so bad. Can we pause and then come right back? Sorry.
Yeah, you're good.
Is that
dude.
okay?
Yeah.
And then did you pause it already?
No,
Then I got a story to tell you guys.
I want to hear the story.
All right.
They'll never even know. So, guys, hey, guys, and we're back.
We never went nowhere.
I have no idea.
We're in our new studio. Everything's new.
Yeah, all new, dude.
Freaking
$1,400 a month for this little space here that
solid
we're here.
brick walls, dude.
Damn. Does that go? Hell yeah. Let's do that. $1,400 a month.
Could you imagine that?
That would be sweet.
That's probably like Joe. No, Joe probably owns his. He probably was like, we're gonna move to Texas and we're gonna build our own studio.
yeah, because
Yeah,
I
for
think
sure.
they have a separate studio there now that's not actually. I think it's still connected.
Only
to
thing
like,
he's
his
probably
house
paying
now,
monthly
but-
too is the damn government.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
Does Theo don't record in? He ain't in Texas, right?
no, he's in Tennessee.
Yeah.
He in Tennessee.
He records at his house though.
That's what's like upstairs, right? He's up in the loft, burning candles.
And old Tom Green doing his own thing.
I'm burning balloon.
Yeah, dude, crazy stuff though, huh?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Hey, I got a crazy story for you guys.
Yeah. Hit us with it. Hit us with your best shot.
So-
Bam, 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 bam.
Fire away.
Nice. The intro is awesome. So it's like I watch these investigation videos like where they try to pin people down for like, after someone gets murdered or whatever. They've been releasing a bunch of them on YouTube. Like,
Yeah, kind of like true crime sort of stuff.
right.
Yeah.
Ever since like Trump came into office, like you can watch murder videos now. You can watch.
I wouldn't even give
I
that.
know, I'm
I
just-
wouldn't even. No, I was just. I wouldn't give that to Trump. I'd give that probably to Musk.
Musk, yeah, true.
Because he's like, we're gonna do X, and now everything is okay.
It's true. It's true. Yeah.
You want to see people die and murdered?
Yeah.
Here you go. Just
Well-
hop on X for a little bit.
This dude, I can't remember where they live. I got his name here. Actually, I'm going to say his name before I even.
Yeah, dude, drop that name
wrote it
for the
down.
audience.
I
So
wrote
the
it
audience
down.
can look it up.
So this is the guy that did the murdering.
Oh, geez.
Oh, so you're telling the guy's name?
Yeah,
Who murdered?
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
it's right on there on TV on YouTube.
Yeah, heck yeah. No, I wasn't saying like that.
I know. I'm just saying. His name's Jeremiah Raymond Berry.
Jeremiah Raymond buried.
But no, not buried. He buried his dad. He killed his dad.
Dang.
His dad was a Satanist. Okay.
Well, if you're doing that kind of stuff.
So and he has other siblings too, and like his sisters and the grandparents and all that, like told the cops, like when they came in and interrogated this guy, the guy's named Jeremiah, they knew the whole story about basically what happened before they just kind of wanted to get it out of him. But this dude he raised these kids, sexually molested all of his own children.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah. And so he like raised, and also his kids like was raising them to be Satanists too, and trying to get them to into that. And his son, the one that killed him, Jeremiah, the one that got tried, he killed his dad, and get this, only went to prison for I think 4 years.
The guy that killed his dad?
Yeah. Because his dad was well deserving of it. So this guy, they lived like on the border of Mexico, and like he killed like people crossing over the border that had no people didn't know who they were.
Yeah, they had, like-
Coyotes, I think they call them.
So he went from a life of like, hey, I'm gonna kill my dad because he was Satanist.
No. His dad did this.
Oh,
His dad killed.
I'm caught up.
Yeah, his dad killed.
Took it a minute.
His dad killed the people that were like crossing the border and like that because they had no record.
Drifters.
And he would feed them to them, the kids.
Oh my.
Oh Jesus.
And the mom and all of this.
Like, hey, you know
The
what
kids,
you're
all
eating, son?
of the kids have stories about finding hands and because it was like. At first, I'm like, maybe this guy's just maybe full of shit or something. But I'm like, no, this is like an actual investigation. This guy's getting tried to go to prison, and like every time he would say this stuff, they were like, he was like the investigator was like, yeah, we talked to your family. Like the investigator was right along up with him, like he knew about this shit.
Jesus.
And so he fed like his family
Wendigos. Yeah.
Wendigos, human, stuff like that. So, and he was a Satanist, and his son was a Satanist that he had been,
Converted into it?
not converted. I mean, they just destroyed into it. I mean, like I said, this guy was raping his son and stuff like that.
Yeah,
I
no.
mean, like, and that with his son that killed him, when he eventually killed him, what he told his son to make a long story short, it's like a 45-minute video you can watch about him.
Yeah, look it up, people.
Yeah, it's a complete investigation thing. It's not any like
What'd you watch?
reality shit. YouTube. Yeah. So this guy told his son, he called Satan God. And this guy told his son that he said, God told me that you need to get a sex change and become a man because I can't reproduce. I should never reproduce again. So he told his son that to get a sex change and become a woman so he can marry his son.
Yikes.
And that can be his wife. And his son killed him that night.
Yeah, well, you know what? Well deserved.
Right. They only
That's
gave
wild.
him 4 years in prison and shit like that. Dude, I watched this whole thing. I was like, damn. I thought I was kind of having a hard time. I kind of thought I was having a little bit of a rough life.
Yeah, no, there are some people out there that have seen pure, utter evil.
Dude, that shit really was giving me cold chills even talking about it there and watching it because watching the guy like talk about it and like the cops interrogating the guy it was just it's
Mind-boggling.
and it's just right on there to watch, and it's like, but at the same time, that's a part of life. Like, I don't think it should be hidden from the rest of the world.
No,
you should be able to learn about this shit because you know what you're fucking facing.
Well, again, how many times?
Like, it makes me feel dirty for watching it. Like, maybe I'm doing something wrong even by watching stuff like that.
But a lot of those shows are that way, though.
But there was no graphic, nothing like that.
But you're
It's
just kind of like,
The story of it.
the story of it. Yeah,
you're like,
gets to you.
am I evil for watching this? No.
Well, I think part of what that is the fascinating. I think everybody's fascinated by the dark side of things simply because of the fact that that's the dangerous stuff. That's the stuff that, if you think about it, like that's why so many. I think if you look at the statistics on it, like on average, I think it's usually 2/3 of the viewership of that true crime stuff is almost all women.
Yeah.
and it makes sense.
Well, they love to kill us.
Well,
They're like, you want some food, Abe?
No, what
Let
it
me
is,
poison
they're
you."
terrified of men.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. It's actually more the other direction.
It's complete
Guys
opposite.
can do all the horrible. If you look at most
Abe's
of
just trying to lighten this shit up, is what he's doing.
Is there a dark atmosphere in here?
No. I love that stuff too, man. I mean, we watched that one podcast I sent you guys to check out. It was Bloodline of Monsters or something like that. And that was insane.
Pretty, and that dude was very articulate.
Yes. Well, he was very well diverse. He was read up. He knew how to talk. He knew big words like Bean does, things like that.
Exactly.
He was very well.
You just got to hit me with two big words. I'm like, oh, no, we talk about. I am pretty easy.
I just go along.
So
When
it's a
Bean
lot of
says
shit.
something, I'm
So
like,
all of the
yeah,
shit that I
get
say
that.
here for you guys to watch. Listen, understand I'm a dummy. I don't know shit.
But like
First
going back
of
when
all.
we was talking about that guy, if 10%, 20% of that is true,
Right.
it's doomed.
Yeah. He was like,
Because it was just like a story after another. It's like pop, pop, pop.
that's what they
pop,
said.
pop.
Like he was born into, we call him the Illuminati. He's like, is that the host? Which I thought the interviewer did very well. Like he wasn't annoying like some I've watched, like that one that we watched with, what was
I
his
know
name?
exactly who-
Beck Love,
the guy that interviewed him,
that wanted to be just like Joe Rogan.
and yeah, it
Yes,
was just
his whole.
It was like Joe Rogan.
It was
That's terrible.
Yeah, but
Is what he was.
But this-
he was just like the scrawny kid that wore a tank top. I'm like, yo, put some fucking sleeves on.
anyway,
dog.
yeah, and he wore glasses. Well, anyways, you know,
He's like, he's like, if you're gonna not wear the mic, you got on it, dude. Quit Joeing.
Yeah.
All right, you're Joeing too hard.
but it was just like the bloodline of monsters. That guy, like he, the interview was really good, but they like he said that his family, or that's what he called them, was the family, and but we call them like the Illuminati, but like they were they call us what, humans, right?
Yeah, no, they're higher than us.
But because they
We're
trace
humans.
their
like
bloodline
his
back
family and stuff.
to being
Don't look at us.
descendants of the Nephilim
and
stuff like that.
and like descendants of Nimrod.
Yeah, Nimrod and what's the other guy that hunted in the Bible? Nimrod and what was the other guy's name?
That hunted?
That hunted like men and stuff.
Are you talking about the like the Emperor of Babylon?
Boagrius. No. What was his name?
I'm trying to think of the guy that you're.
He's
that
a
you're
big.
talking
He was
about.
like a big burly dude.
Nazareth.
Are you
No.
talking about the brother of Jacob?
No.
No, because you're not talking about him. I'm trying to. Think
Anyways,
of who you're talking
continue the story.
Yeah. But anyways, no. But they were descendants from them from way back in the day.
about. Yeah. Guess what? Everybody kind of is.
Yeah, true.
At this point, it's kind of
Oh,
retarded with this
well,
stuff. It's like-
the guy that's where a lot of this. I'm like, this guy's like 120 pounds, and he's saying he's
Yeah.
descendants of giants, and I'm like, well, I mean, come on.
But like some of the stuff he talks about, like how they, like the solstice
Right.
moons and things like that.
He
And like,
grew up real fucked up too. Like he had a
Yes.
terrible childhood.
Yeah.
So it's like
That's the part that.
that's what makes it interesting to listen to what he has to say. Is like he's so clearly gone, like
Yeah.
like to like normal reality people. You know what I'm saying? But there's a lot of things that he'll say.
well, he
that
talks
I'm
about like a lot of times what they would do is they go up on these mountaintops, wherever like that, and that's where like they say like the veil is thin. That's like activity and stuff like that, and like. Me, I'm like looking this stuff up. I'm like, okay, where is the veil? And people, like a lot of Satanists and different people do say like
they do go.
they do go up high because that's where like the veil is like thinner or whatever like that.
Well, it's actually, because it's a twist on what even if you look in biblical passages and stuff like that, it'd be
Abraham
Well,
took his son
Mount
Isaac
Zion.
up to the freaking mountaintop to sacrifice.
Version of the
Yeah.
same, of the same
Yeah.
thing.
I seen that picture that you sent to the group chat. Was that you that sent that or you?
What?
Joe Rogan and Anton LaVey's son.
That was him.
So Anton LaVey named his son Satan.
What an idiot.
Well, we've dabbled in some stuff that we should have never have dabbled in.
Oh, dude, I've went hard with Satan.
No.
Not like that.
Sorry.
Not like that. But we
Not
did
like
that. We
this.
downloaded that little app called Rando Nodding, and that was something that was different.
Yeah.
I didn't like that at all.
No, but when that kid, the thing that blew me away, because if it's true, like also, he's committed murder.
He did.
Because like what they would do to him is he never had a stable home. He was saying like he would be with his real mother,
Real mom and dad, and then they would
parents.
pull him from it.
like a month with your mom, and they're taking like, and he would just have a new family, like a new mom,
New mom, new uncle, new aunt,
And then
new people raising
month-
them. They were
new
basically
house.
trying to enrage them as a child,
break them and
destroy
like destroy them.
And it was all kinds of sexual abuse going on.
Tons.
throughout the
Like his
years.
grandfather.
It's a pretty
just-
normal cult.
Yeah, straight
Oh,
cult
that's what,
shit.
and that's what he calls it too. He calls it a cult.
Well, it is.
It is.
Yeah.
Oh,
But
100%.
well, I guess like not kind of the moral of the story.
Did you
is,
didn't get a chance to watch any of
No,
it, you
I
said?
didn't.
like the moral of the story is like he gave his life to God and completely turned around from all of that stuff.
Yeah.
But
Oh,
like,
really? I didn't watch the whole
yeah,
thing.
yeah, no,
I
like
didn't
he's
know
totally
that.
like he like preaches and talks and like he goes and evangelizes and all
that's
this different
the
stuff.
way he was talking.
'Cause I had no clue because when I watched it at first, I'm like, are you still part of this?
That's
Like, what's
what I
going
was trying
on
to
here?
figure out.
You know what I mean? I'm like, but then it's like he talks about that. I'm like, oh, that's cool. Okay, right on.
And
Yeah.
he would get so raged out, like he would get like because they would do things like they would fall. He was like, I didn't think I was going to make it till to be
18 years old, yeah.
because they would have like kid fights
Yeah.
and stuff like this. So he would like he would get so raged out, and he would want to take it out, and they would let him. So he's like, I'd get my razor blade and cut him up, like cut him in the.
It was
throat.
wild.
Jeez,
Wild stuff.
The freaking trenches and like they have these corridors, like these big trails, like in the mountains in
Yeah. Wherever it was at.
Arizona, like have
Something like that, yeah.
He was also talking about the bridge.
And there'd be people walking down there. They throw parties down in these old bunkers that got bombed and stuff. And there'd be like someone with a kid, and you think it's their grandpa.
Yeah.
And they're just like walking these streets with like just.
Well, it was like he said it wasn't like his parents,
Imagine
when you
just
go
like-
into their house, they would have like photos of all their kids up there, like naked. And like you would come in and like they would have a photo book of him. Like his mom and dad would have photo books of him and his sisters and all that stuff. And like people would come in and like pay big money to take the
Yeah,
kids to do
moral
this
of the
stuff.
story. Hey, Satan people.
Yeah.
Quit being dumbasses and trying to worship the devil because you're gonna your father's gonna try to turn you into your wife. You're
stuff.
gonna grow up in tunnels and you're gonna be sold off to other families.
You guys,
God doesn't do that to you.
but the thing is too is not the thing is too, but talking about this, you guys see all this Diddy crap, dude?
Dude, Diddy be Diddler.
Have you guys seen this stuff?
Well, not really.
You see his bodyguard talk out?
Stuff like
Yeah, well, the trial's going on.
Yeah, I
he's
knew some of that,
and
yeah.
he's name dropping. There's all kinds of stuff.
Hey, did you see his bodyguard talk about that?
Oh, they said Kevin Hart was there.
Kevin Hart,
Dude, Kevin Hart looked like a freak. Like he was.
Cat Williams might have been on it.
dude, it's hilarious.
No way.
No, that's
No, because
no.
Telling.
You
So-
might be on, is what you're saying?
No, he might Cat Williams because he was saying because I think it was on that Shannon.
Oh,
Sharp
on
interview
Shannon Sharp,
where
he was calling
talking-
that
he,
shit
he
out.
was like who's shown up to L.A. with a deal already and shows in production and all that sort of stuff, and I'm like,
He's on it.
I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. Like, and that's what everybody was saying. Like,
Shannon
Cat
Sharp got in
Williams
some trouble too.
He did, dude. Shannon
Yeah, but-
Sharp got hit hard.
For what? He was banging OnlyFans chicks. He did nothing wrong.
Yeah, no.
I don't know.
That
Like
part of it, I don't
nowadays,
know.
anything's wrong. But
Yeah. I was like, they're like, don't you have any sexual relations with these women that are selling their bodies to you?
Yeah.
but no, dude. Like, it's just crazy because like he's name dropped like Mike Myers. He was on. He
Mike
dropped
Myers?
The guy who did Shrek's voice.
Oh, I was thinking about
Austin
the killer.
Powers.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
they dropped his
damn.
name. Yeah,
Shrek?
bro.
Do not fuck Shrek up for me, dog. Who was? Yeah, that's all.
But that's what I'm saying. He's name. He like all these names are being released, but it's not like. I mean, Justin Bieber's name was
Kind of like
released,
the Epstein list.
Oh, Justin Bieber.
but he was taken advantage of.
Right.
You know what I mean?
That's a sad
Kanye
case.
West's name was on there. All the Kardashians.
What they say?
names were-
Don't be at Diddy's house past 10 or whatever.
Yeah. Will Smith and
You might get butt.
his and Will Smith's
You might
husband.
get butted hard.
Will Smith's husband was on. Will Smith and his husband was on the list
Yeah.
too.
Oh, damn. She was there?
Yeah, he was there.
he was
both
there?
both of them were
Yeah.
there. Yeah.
Tupac's brother?
Yeah.
Dude, his
Reincarnation of
His
Tupac.
bodyguard was like talking because he's like they were showing pictures of him. He's been with Diddy for a long time. He's like, oh,
Diddy's been up in that
goes-
butt.
He goes, oh, Diddy
Smells like poop.
He goes, that dude. He goes,
Diddy's been butting
He goes,
hard.
that dude's a demon.
Diddy
Oh
is?
yeah. Yeah, he was saying he's a demon.
Who said that?
His
I did.
bodyguard.
Was that on Shannon Sharp or no?
No, that was maybe it was.
Yeah.
But he was on a
Is
yeah.
that the same guy that said he was clapping Carl Winslow?
No.
No.
His bodyguard.
No.
That was his bodyguard.
But no, I seen the guy you're talking about.
Yeah, and he's like, he goes, well, you got to have the music. And he goes, music blaring. We're in the red with the light that's down, and like it has to be like the warm room, so it has that freaking humming or whatever.
Oh, it smells like butt in there.
Oh yeah.
And then-
and baby oil.
And baby oil. That has drugs in it. They said the baby oil had drugs in it.
You're telling me about that. Is that
No,
like,
we listened to it on the
That's why it had
podcast.
like apparently some of that baby oil had like fentanyl and stuff.
Oh my
in it.
Yeah.
god!
Like yeah,
Lock him up!
Dude, he is.
Remember
he's
that
gone.
guy, Al Saeed? Al Saeed, that comedian?
Yeah.
Did you see him on Sharp talking about it?
What did he say?
This is before like all of it really came out, before Cat said
Yeah.
everything.
Oh, okay.
But he was saying on there, he's cracking me up. He's like, hey man, let's bring this party to the bathroom. He's like, hey, why? He goes, but he's like, Diddy, why are we recording in the bathroom? He's like, what? Like everybody's going to the bathroom to record tracks, and he's like, he leaves, and he's like,
So I'm just in the other toilet.
in a big house.
We all just walk in and Eli's just pooping.
that's part of the.
Like
theme.
what? Well, this is what
Did he like poop stuff?
At the end, he said something like,
I got to see cameras over the stall that you poop.
he wasn't there, but he heard from somebody that they're recording tracks in the bathroom, and Diddy's taking a shower.
I'm just in there. Ah!
He's probably jerking
I'm
off
sorry,
in the corner
sir.
with it.
I'm listening.
He's a loser.
Yeah, bro. Like, because Al Saeed wasn't there.
I'll say E.
Al Saeed, yeah. He wasn't there because he was like, I'm not doing that or whatever. And he hears from someone he knows that was hanging out in the parties that he was at or whatever. And he said that they were recording tracks in the bathroom and he was taking a shower.
He's like, yo, bring it to the bathroom. I got to shower up.
And then he kind of stopped talking about
And
it
Diddy's in there just like,
because it was before Diddy
I
really
like
got
little
it.
boys.
But dude, imagine if we're all into music and Eli's like, hey guys, let's bring this to the bathroom.
Like, I'm out.
What, you know
hell
you know
with
what it
all
is,
of
though?
this.
It's you get a whole group of people on drugs, and that's the type of shit they start doing.
Doing stupid.
They're
stuff
like doing
that.
just like insane amounts of Molly. Molly just makes you want to bang people, from what they say.
Oh, right. That's what I'm saying. But like, yeah,
I've never done it. I don't know, but that's what they say. That's
don't know
why,
neither, but-
that's why you see people fucking in the street and stuff.
yeah.
It happens.
But if it's a,
But it's because, I don't
stop
think
there.
that you're just some normal sober person and then all of a sudden you're banging some. No. You're doing drugs
Right.
and shit.
You're doing the
100%,
devil's work.
yeah.
Is what
Well,
you're
So
doing.
at Diddy's, they was like, let's take it out the streets. We're all rich. We'll just do it in the house. That's all it is.
We'll do it.
what was the
in
pink
the bathroom?
What was the drug?
Yeah, in the bathroom.
pink something. It was
But
like
hey,
pink.
honestly, do it.
know.
Do it in the
Pink
bathroom.
cocaine or something like that?
Do it in the
Pink cocaine?
bathroom. Don't do it on the streets. I'm fine with it.
Yeah, keep it in the house.
What all did Diddy? If there was minors involved,
There was.
there was.
Yeah. Wow. Did you hear that whistle?
Yeah, it was. You said that weird. He said.
I think the biggest reason
It was.
it was the allegation.
I'll tell you.
Somehow he was tied to some sort of trafficking, wasn't it? Wasn't that the biggest part of the
Dude,
allegation?
yeah, something.
You know
I
what,
mean,
dude?
because technically, like,
I mean, Justin Bieber, like, dude, when Diddy like took him under his wing, the dude was like 15 years old.
I remember that video.
Yeah,
So,
that's
I mean,
right.
like,
I
he's a
forget.
minor.
That's a rough
yeah,
one
all
to
right.
watch.
Dude.
I
He's
mean,
just,
and then there was another kid.
dude. Diddy is the Black Epstein.
yeah,
Yes.
basically,
Yes.
yeah.
He might even be worse. I don't know. Like, dear God, dude, some of the stuff he's doing. Like, I love dude 50 Cent's take on that though.
What do you say?
He
said-
just.
He's been saying it
Everybody
for a while.
try to explode on.
He's been saying it for a while.
Oh,
though.
yeah, he's like-
I caught a compilation.
He was like
of-
this. He's like, what grown man wants to take me shopping? Like shopping. He's like, I looked at my buddy. He's like, because Diddy was like, yeah, man, I just want to take you out shopping. Let's just go buy you some a new wardrobe and stuff.
What the
He's
fuck?
like, I don't need you to buy me a new wardrobe.
No.
So 50 Cent was instantly like, no, I'm good, bro. Like, dude, not at all.
To this day, 50 is down. I love 50.
I do
bro.
too.
Always have.
Well, he been
50's
shot
cool.
too, so I know that dude
9
could throw
times.
down. He
Oh,
could
yeah.
throw down. I like 50 Cent.
Oh, yeah.
a
I
do
lot.
too.
I really do.
I honestly
I like
like
some
him
of his
so much.
songs.
I would have
Good.
taken one of those shots for him, just like in the arm or something.
Oh, dude, I would have taken like a little graze.
As long, and if I got money, like if I would have got money for it or something or whatever, I would have taken a shot for him.
I'm sure if
in the arm.
you took a shot for him, he would probably give you some money for it.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's
He
all.
just puts you on a track that he's been freaking trying to explode on,
Yeah.
dude. I've been patiently waiting for a track to explode on. If you think I'm gonna mold off your soul,
Dude, that's it too. Yeah. And he also did some.
Dude,
other-
if you remember
Manny,
rapping
Manny.
to that,
oh yeah,
Hey,
dude.
but Manny,
Uncle Brad
Manny,
called
Manny,
me.
Manny, rapping.
I was like in the living room.
loud.
I was like,
Abe would blare it and he would rap the 50s album.
when Uncle Brad comes in, like, and I'm like sitting here, like, just rapping. I turn around. Uncle Brad's like, "Yeah, dude." And I'm like, "Hey, you weren't supposed to ever hear that."
Abe's just like white as shit. He's like, Lord, I don't cry no more. Don't look to the sky.
Do you remember when he used to do that?
Have mercy on my soul.
Do you remember when Abe did that?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Hey, you remember my
I thought
rap
it-
name, dog?
I was his younger brother, so I thought it was
AK.
Abe. I thought it was dope as shit, bro.
I didn't have nothing against it.
Abe, I thought it was dope as shit.
I thought it was fun.
my rap name was AK, dude.
Okay, dude.
AK.
I do.
Yeah, because my initials,
I know.
Abraham Kelly Strong.
Yeah, fuck
So
yeah.
I was like,
Good
AK,
name.
bro.
Hey, bro. Hey.
And I was just, I
Hey.
wasn't making up my own raps.
They're all
I was
worse-
rapping
they're all worse
everybody
rap
else's
names.
raps.
Can I tell you something? It's a good nickname, bro. It's
Yeah, AK, bro.
There are worse rap names.
a good nickname. Yeah, there are.
Saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was wild. That was a wild a wild time for old Abe.
You were a kid, bro.
Yeah. I remember I'd be like
It's all
working,
good to be a
I'd be like
kid.
working at Kroger's and I was like freaking coming up with raps in my head.
Here's the thing. That's the period of
Yeah,
time.
because I worked with freaking Lucifer.
Oh, yeah.
He was like that guy that's like
Willis.
Tupac's still alive, dude. Like he was all that conspiracy crazy stuff.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, bro. I'm like, and I had no clue who Tupac even was. He introduced me to Tupac. Yeah. He's like, dude, and then we'd like sitting out in his car doing stuff we weren't supposed to be doing. And he'd be like, this is him, dude. And I was like, oh, this guy is freaking sick, dude. And he's like, yeah, dude, you want to hear some of my raps? I'm like, yeah, bro. Terrible. And I was
He
like,
puts his
right on.
raps in after.
No, he put on like his own stuff and he was like rapping to it. And I was like, oh, cool, dude. I was like, get me out of this car because then I was smoking weed and it was still playing games with my mind.
Yeah.
So I was like, the devil's coming. So I was like, let me go stock some shelves.
So he starts working with you. He's like, yo, be a rapper. The devil.
So he was rapping and like it got like,
Willis was?
Yeah.
Oh, damn. That's where he
That's why I started rapping.
The devil guy.
Yeah, well, he named his son Lucifer.
Oh, yeah, he was devil guy.
Yeah, but he named him after
I
the
seen
Star
him.
of David is what he said.
He
or
had
something,
no
or the
soul
seventh
behind his
star.
eyes. That shit was sold a long time ago.
Yeah, he was wild. So then I was like sitting stocking shelves and I was like thinking of like cool rap stuff. And I was like, oh yeah, dude, Muhammad Ali, float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. I was doing dumb stuff, dude.
It's not, dude. I fucking dig it, bro. I wish you'd be a rapper, dude. So bad. I wish A would be a
I
rapper.
make beats for you. I've done it for him.
Yeah.
Like,
Just big old freaking Booby Dave just out there like
Dude, they've got a 500-pound rapper that is famous as hell.
That's
He was on-
wild.
He, was
He can't
on,
even stand up.
Angelina and Bobby Santino's podcast. Because he was talking about doing a crowd surfing thing.
Yes, Bobby Lee was like, he's like, are all of your audience members bodybuilders?
yeah. That dude's a tank.
Yeah, he's a big old boy.
Yeah, he is.
Dude, I bet you could out-rap his ass, dog.
Who?
You.
Al rap who?
That big 500-pound guy.
Probably not.
I bet you could.
I haven't rapped in like
He was like, since
Right now, Abe rap for him.
no.
Dude, come on, bro.
I've been patiently waiting for a
No, you can't. You got to do original.
That's all I did.
No, original.
I can't do original.
Say, do original stuff, bro. Come on, give it to him.
Hey Bert.
If there's
Hey,
one
Bert.
thing I know,
Hey
Bert.
Bert.
Putting
Hey Bert.
Abe on
Hey,
the spot
hey
never
Bert.
works.
Hey Bert. Hey.
especially something like rapping that puts you out there.
Dude, that was actually kind of cool. That was kind of fucking cool, bro.
Gotta stop it. Let's move on from this topic. But Diddy though, that stuff is insane though.
Yeah.
Straight up though.
Diddy was a rapper.
Yeah. What was his like? Does it like? What? I
It's
don't
not-
know. If
no,
it's-
it's
Deathcore
good.
Records or one of like his record company.
No, he's not a good. I don't think he's ever been good at much.
Who's that guy from?
He had some big rappers on his.
Who's that
Yeah,
guy
yeah.
from Barstool? He always eat pizza. He's
Frank
always.
the
Dave
Tank?
Portnoy.
Yeah. What's
Oh, Portnoy. Oh, yeah, of course,
Portnoy.
Dave
What is
Portnoy.
it?
He's
Dave
the owner.
Portnoy?
He's the owner.
Dave.
Yeah, he made Barstool.
what's his last name?
Portnoy.
Portnoy.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Whatever his name is. But anyways, he was on Shannon Sharp.
Was he?
Was
Yeah,
he?
and he was talking about Kanye. He's like Kanye West, like wearing all like swastikas. He's like, yeah. He's like, I don't like that guy. at
Have you
all.
seen his-
He's like, I'm Jewish. He's like, he hates Jews.
Yeah.
He's like, I don't like him.
Have you seen his new video, Kanye's?
No,
No.
Yeah.
I've been kind of steering. I've been kind of steering
It's
clear.
called. You know what it's called? Hail Hitler.
Oh my God.
And it's a whole bunch of black dudes in like different masks, and they're all like singing and stuff like that, and they're all like, "Hail Hitler, Hail Hitler, Hail Hitler." Yeah,
What is wrong?
I don't know
with
what the
him?
fuck's going on with that.
But his name was dropped too.
I don't know.
In the Diddy in the Diddy thing.
Actually, maybe blurt out all those times that I just
Yeah,
said
you
that.
just said it like 4 times in a
That's
row.
3. It was 3.
Well, you was
That's when
counting.
you named the name of the song.
Well, at the end of the
that's
day,
how, the name. That's what they do with
No,
the
but-
damn song.
but
yeah,
we're
how
not
do you- how do you
supporting
even-
that at
No, of
all. We're
course
just saying
not.
like
No,
what
how
he
do
was
you even
saying.
talk about the song though without saying the name of the song?
Only
It's like-
reason I could even say that 3 times in a row is because of Kanye West.
Yeah.
That is a powerful black man right there. If you want,
Yeah, because like
you wanna- if you
they've
wanna
tried
pick-
to ruin him, and they just can't because he's so rich.
Yeah.
and he's like, I can.
He's so
do it.
popular.
I can do whatever I want.
Like his fan base, like
But it's he's
with him.
wild. He's insane.
Kanye.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would like what kind of demons he's got in his closet.
Are you guys a fan of Kanye or no?
I don't really know too much of his stuff.
Jesus Walks is slapping. dog. Jesus Walks. I remember somebody over the long
It's
time.
like,
Hell, the
green,
whatever.
mean, painted, you name it.
No, that's not the song.
That's not the one?
No.
Okay, never mind.
You name it. That's
Because he brought that in there in one of his songs.
Oh, did he? Yeah.
Yeah,
For sure.
Yeah,
He did that?
Yeah, Kanye like freaking took the Shirley Caesar like, she's like hogs, rams, tomatoes, all that stuff. He
named-
mixed
oh,
it.
I was
he
thinking of a
mixed
different
that
song.
in to like one of his raps.
Oh, I was thinking of a different song, buddy. You're right on that. Actually.
Yeah, and it was just like I was like, that's kind of slapping. But then I'm like, then he comes out with something like that, and I'm like, oh, I don't know about this guy.
Listen, do I support the message? No. Was the song good? But it's good.
The new one,
Yeah, Hail Hitler's not a bad song.
this podcast is flags.
Oh, dude,
Sure.
so screwed.
No, but what the message is bad. No, we have to
Oh yeah.
fuck Hitler, bro.
You can't, yeah. Well, don't support none of that.
No, Kanye. though.
But does he though?
I don't know
Because
exactly.
like that's the thing. I'm like when he was like on like Joe Rogan, I was like, where are you?
Are you guys getting nervous because I keep talking about this?
No.
Vito's sweating bullets
Let's
over here.
reverse it. Let's come back from Kanye's new song.
Okay.
Let's leave that one like
Leave it alone.
in the land of like never touch.
All right. Well, I'm going to show you guys it after the pod.
I think
my
it is
God.
because it's one of those things. Because I'm not to answer your question. You know, I'm not a fan of Kanye. Like
Yeah.
I haven't heard.
That's
song
what I was
that
trying to
like.
figure out.
Yeah.
Who's a fan
I
of
don't-
Kanye?
I'm not.
I don't-
so
I don't
not
really
'cause-
know.
Not because of his stances on
His
things.
music.
I just don't like his music.
Yeah,
That's, you know.
fair
Like
enough.
I've heard some of his like in my I'm not like putting Kanye on.
There
I'm
may
like,
be
oh
a
yeah,
track or
bro.
two
Yeah,
that I've heard
yeah,
that I might not
something
know
like
it's him,
that.
but-
that's it. Like I might put on like a track and be like, oh, that sounds cool, you know. But I don't know. I think he's a little crazy.
Oh, he's absolutely.
I mean, I don't think he's there anymore. Something definitely happened to Kanye
Well,
West.
he dragged his basically butt ass naked girlfriend out.
Yeah, they're like, you got to leave. You got to leave, buddy.
Remember that?
Yeah, no, basically, that bitch was naked.
Yeah,
They're
she
like, you
was
gotta go.
That's your snatch.
No
Like,
more.
right? You know.
Yeah, it was wild.
Yeah, but he's
kids
like-
watch that stuff.
But at the same time, all these guys that at the same time, the people that he's doing this to, he's throwing in their face like, hey, you motherfuckers are way more twisted than I am.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. No,
Oh,
I
yeah,
mean,
this is the stuff in Hollywood.
Diddy be diddling.
That's what I'm saying. That's Kanye's like
He is
the
kinda
one
throwing it back at
the
him.
one dude that is throwing it back at him as harder than anybody else.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it just maybe like not that song.
I think Hollywood is just. it's
You know
just
what I
kinda-
mean?
But he, yeah, exactly.
Like
I know.
we're in a different era to where like like that's not a good dude. You know what I mean?
Who, Kanye?
No. Who he's singing about?
Oh, yeah.
I won't
yeah.
say his name, but that guy did terrible things.
Of course.
Yeah.
Terrible.
Of course.
the worst things. That you
Yes.
Really kind of.
He was not a like, and he's like that's the thing is like I understand where he's coming from with it. Like he's trying to throw it back, but at the same time, it's like, yeah, dog.
He's throwing that ass back.
Like he's not a good dude,
and
bro.
even
And that's what I'm saying. Like I don't even know if he knows what he's doing.
Well, no. Even
Does he
on
know
Rogan-
what he's doing?
Dude, no fucking
Half the
chance.
time?
No chance.
on-
He knows how to make songs.
On
No,
Rogan,
no
he was
doubt.
talking about it because he was like, and I did understand because we were talking about this the other day.
He sorry, go ahead, Beto.
Because when you actually listen to what he was trying to get to the point of, it's just he's like one of those people you got to like let him talk for a minute.
Yes.
And like so it was like when he was trying to get, I guess his point was that if you follow Jesus, you have to love everybody. Therefore, I technically love that
The guy.
So the whole thing being, I understand what his point that he was trying to make. It was just a terrible way of making it, if that makes sense. It was like when you
When
follow
Joe had
through it-
him on, Joe was like,
yeah.
Joe was like, I don't know if I'll ever have this guy on again.
Yeah. Or if Kanye would ever have him again, though, too.
See,
That's
that
the thing.
makes
'Cause
sense.
Kanye has just as much pull as all of these other guys.
Oh, yeah.
The way that you just said that makes total sense because there's this other guy. He's got tattoos all over his head, face and stuff like that. He's got dreads. Like he would go into churches and like just wreak havoc and different things. Like while service was going on, but he got saved and came to God and stuff like that. And this one guy told him, said like, because this guy's like, you got to forgive everybody. If you're going to forgive this person, you got to forgive that person. He's like, well, what about who's the dude that was they made a movie about him. He was killing people, putting them like
Dahmer?
Dahmer.
Okay.
Yeah, Jeffrey Dahmer. He's like, well, what about that man? Because he said that, at the end of his life, he gave his life to God. He goes, listen, if that man killed people and he did all these horrible things, and he goes, at the end of his life, he goes, if he repented and asked God truly into his heart, he's like, yeah, that man's in heaven. I'll see that man again. So I was like,
Who said that?
I don't know the guy's name.
Okay, here's
he's got
the
like
thing.
tattoos all over his face. He's got a cross, got dreads. He's a black guy. He's a rapper, but like he's really,
Kevin Gates?
he's really well diverse. Like his old stuff you see, and you're like, wow, like he really made a turn.
Here's my thing.
around.
With that, like someone like Dahmer, like you have singular crimes that you can completely convict him for
Yeah.
you clearly murdered a bunch of people.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
But then it's like
Did terrible things.
then you got people like Hillary Clinton and like, you know what I'm saying? They just hide behind that shit. If Hillary Clinton repented, I think that Dahmer's probably got I think Dahmer's got a better chance of going to heaven than Hillary's bitch ass.
Dahmer's in heaven.
That's a good point, isn't it?
there.
That's a good fucking point.
He's there, dude.
Well, it's like the
Dahmer's up there, like, like where you at? We all meeting today. He's down there, like, We're having supper. I don't know,
He's like,
dude.
is
That's
this-
wild to think about, though,
He's
right?
like, is this gay man's ass
Although
cheek?
I don't know that. Well, because again, it's like I don't know that psychopaths can actually, because
I don't. I have no clue. I guess at the end of the day, like the Lord's gonna judge you for
Yeah,
you.
it's
Well, that's why we ain't got to worry about that shit.
it's not
No.
about us.
But it just makes like how you explain. I was like, oh, okay, so
Oh,
that's
I explained. I thought I explained something really well. You guys didn't give me credit.
no, like how he was explaining Kanye West.
Oh, his explanation was better. Yeah, for sure.
No, but then your Hillary Clinton one was good too.
Okay, thank you. I just want a little
Absolutely.
bit of credit.
No, it was hilarious.
All right.
But like, no, Hillary's gonna be in heaven too. Hillary Dahmer, the other
Hillary's
one,
gonna be in heaven too.
Hillary Dahmer, and I'm not gonna say the other guy's name. Apparently, they're all there. Yeah. I don't know. That's a wild roller coaster.
No,
He's like, no. You're all awful people.
yeah.
You're done.
Yeah, it's just one of
They're
those
down there like, just roasted.
Next to Stalin.
Oh my God. That's wild.
Oh my God.
Wow, this one took a wild turn.
How much time do we got left?
We got a little bit left.
Man, I'm gonna have to pee again before it's over. I promise you that. I'm sweating out of my pits, out of my direct asshole.
Yeah, you know why? Because of what you're talking about. Eli's like, whew, this is a conversation I should not be having on
camera.
You're instantly profusely sweating because I'm sweating for you.
Hell yeah, thanks,
Yeah.
dog.
I'm over here like,
Thanks,
wow.
dog. Hey man, flick that shit my way a little bit. Give me
No, you don't want to smell those. I about killed Jess with those.
Give me some Bunsen scoops, dog.
No, but yeah, dude, that Diddy thing, bro, that's getting out of hand, bro. Like some of that stuff is insane, dude.
Well, but that's the thing. The rumors of that sort of stuff have been floating around Hollywood.
Well, I love it, dude. Like, dude, our last Diddy freaking episode did like freaking super well.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Diddy all the time.
Dude, he's a motherfucking Batman villain.
He kind of is the Diddler,
The
dude.
Diddler, dog.
Well, they released
I was
his.
hoping someone was gonna finish.
They
that
released
for
a
me.
whole video of him with his girlfriend in the hallway
Beat the crap out of her, dude.
for like
beat her
15
ass?
minutes.
Dude beat the tar out of her.
Did he? Did?
Yeah, like she
you
was
can
like in a
watch it, the
fetal
whole video.
position. Like they're in a hotel room. He had a towel on.
Yeah.
And like he drug her out and just like literally beat the living crap out of her. And she's an actress or a singer, right?
Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
That motherfucker ain't
Beat he ain't dead. Diddy's still alive.
That's right.
Look at that, man.
Diddy's on trial right now.
Right now, people outside there, like tons of people, like
Mad about it or okay with it?
just what
That's
what
you
is he
can't figure out
guilty
about,
of?
That's what you can't figure out about the world is like, well, because it's like what 80% evil. Like a lot of people are
No,
probably
dude. Like I'd say like 7% is evil.
evil. Yeah.
Yeah. There's no love out there anymore. Everybody hates everybody.
Yeah.
I try to show the freaking love of Jesus. Yeah. I'm like, hey, bro, love you.
I try to
I'll
sometimes
pray
too,
for you.
but then sometimes I'll fart too much in my house, and then like someone will come into my house and they'll be like, "It smells like shit in here," and I'm like, "Oh, I'll fucking kill you."
So I shouldn't
No,
touch
I'm
it,
just saying,
but some of my
I fart a
like
lot.
the other stuff that
I know.
I think Gino mentioned it. Like what
gotta be
else
stuck
might
in
be
a
going on
truck
there
with me all
that's
day.
illegal?
I do it too, though.
Like
What's illegal?
well,
But did he?
yeah, a lot of like that's I think is what it is. Like because Bino I think touched on it.
Yeah, because it's like I guess technically because again technically like butt sex with dudes isn't actually illegal, like
Right.
as far as that goes, like technically
Yeah.
speaking,
So it's
as far as the other stuff.
It's the minors.
yeah, like see like
So basically,
we're there, dude.
What you're saying,
We're trying to like not say what we're trying to say because we're gonna get monetized. Are we going? Yeah.
Oh, this one's monetized for sure.
yeah. Okay. Like
Absolutely.
trafficking.
Yeah,
I think is like what's going on. Like
Yes.
'Cause, like, that you're going
because
to
if
prison.
It was if it was just that stuff,
yeah. If it was just the butt
it's like
sex,
right. So
it's like nobody would really. I mean, it might be interesting.
well, he would get
so
off. He would get
funny?
off scot free though.
yeah.
But you can't do that with minors.
Yeah,
that's the
true.
thing.
And
You
the-
can't do that with.
like,
No. The
Especially
minors is the
trafficking.
problem.
if you want to,
I think
do that
that's the
stuff, go
big-
do it. Do it behind
Everything
closed
else
doors.
is whatever. I mean, it's not. Well, no, it's not. Okay,
not,
he's
but-
doing other shit too.
but,
He
like,
be the R
His
word.
lifestyle is way different than
grown
ours.
men.
And again, if you think about it, that was the other weird thing about it because when you find out about the the drugs that was in the baby oil, technically he was drugging people without
Yes.
their
That's
knowledge
illegal.
as well.
You're-
So that's super illegal.
Let me put some of it on your shoulders there.
That's Bill. He's Bill Cosby.
Like, what's
Yeah.
going on, Diddy?
So
But dude, he's Bill Cosby's son. son, dog. This motherfucker grew up with the riches
Wouldn't
and
that
went
be
way
wilder? They're like, it was like breaking news. Freaking Diddy is actually Bill Cosby's biological
Bill
son.
Cosby and Carlo Winslow had a son, and it was fucking Diddy.
I think that one got you because like it's the Carl Winslow one because you're like, dang it, man, I like Family Matters.
I did
Like,
too, dude. I'm like, what? Things are just like that's our generation. Like all of our like the early '90s
that used to be
being
awesome,
ruined.
they all suck
Yeah,
now.
ruined.
Yeah, dude, straight up, straight up,
It's like
fucking all of it.
like
Hey,
freaking all those people.
can I
are
tell you-
freaking
can I tell you
out there,
something?
too.
I loved the Bill Cosby Show.
Oh yeah,
Loved it.
Yeah.
dude. Like,
Me too.
like when they would have their
Carl
heart
Winslow.
when they would have their heart to hearts. I'm like, dog.
Yeah.
Shit made me
Dr.
cry.
Huxtable.
Family
dude.
Matters.
Dr. Huxtable
you know,
and his son. What was his son?
think about
Theo?
it. Fresh Prince,
Right?
You know,
Yeah.
not that he did that stuff.
I
but like,
loved Fresh
I
Prince.
used to like
Fresh
Will
Prince.
Smith.
Well, that's what
you know.
Will Smith has honestly got a little bit of a high ground right now.
He couldn't comparison.
He
to
needs to
those
smack
guys.
the fuck out of fucking Diddy,
Yeah.
and then he can get back to where he
Yeah,
was.
it's true because I used to
to my
love Will Smith,
hero.
You know?
Oh, dude, I
'cause
loved Will.
for so long.
I
was like,
loved him, bro.
And it was like so.
He
many
was
good movies.
hilarious.
Look at smacking Chris Rock. Okay, that was gay.
Yeah.
But it was like the only thing that pissed me off more than that though was that his wife cheated on him and he stayed with her. That's
Yeah,
when I
that
was like,
stuff,
dude, I
it's
can't have respect.
Just leave her, bro.
Just leave her, bro. She looks like Tupac.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's
I like
got a
Martin
ball of
Lawrence.
shit head.
Yeah, Martin. What was
Yeah,
it?
big lore. Martin Lawrence is amazing.
No, the show.
Martin.
Martin.
Yeah.
Martin was awesome.
Oh yeah, dude.
Dude, oh yeah.
Freaking loved Martin, dude.
Martin.
Nothing's bad happened.
He's
to
like,
him,
bro,
right?
man, what you doing
No,
here?
but dude, the
Nah,
last
man.
couple times I've seen him, he looks like he's
chilling,
been drugged.
making the sandwich.
Like his interviews, like he's just like he's very like just kind of like monotone.
Dude, he probably just like Eddie Murphy. They got to get the fuck away from that shit.
Yeah. No, for sure.
And they're just normal people.
What's the other one? There was the one. They moved in. They had Uncle Cody. Come on, dude.
Uncle Cody.
Cody, the like
Touch his hand, dog.
like the mom and dad got married and brought 2 kids in. They were riding roller coasters. Uncle
shit.
Cody that lived in the van in the backyard.
Oh, you talking about the roller coaster was in the beginning song.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
What was that? Sam, you know what I'm talking about. You know all these things.
Not all those, I don't.
Yeah, like to where like the
You watched all of it.
The mom, she played off of Three's Company, I think.
Step by step.
Step by step.
Step by step.
All right.
Love those.
All right.
Step by step was
I don't
great.
think I ever saw.
Oh, I loved it.
I'm gonna take a piss on a window note real quick.
All right.
And then, hold on, before we do one more thing,
Are we almost there?
close. But the other thing I would say is, man, it was Step by Step, and dude, there was another good one I was gonna say. Oh well, I guess I'll think of it another time.
There's a lot of the growing pains.
Growing Pains. That's it.
See that one I
Mike Seaver, dude, and Boner. Boner. That guy died. It was wild how he died.
Yeah, I heard about it.
Yeah, we'll be right back. Boner. We'll leave off on that one. But yeah, dude, Growing Pains.
Yeah,
Boner.
I remember that one.
Yeah, he hung himself, didn't he?
He did
The actor who played him.
In real life?
Yeah.
Well, bummer.
in a park.
Yep. In a park.
Why'd he do
I
that?
don't know. Why does anybody? Like I've thought of that. Like how?
It's a weird. It's always a weird question to ask. Why did they do that? You know, well, I don't fucking know.
If
actually.
you listen to
mental
Norm,
illness.
if you listen to Norm,
Yeah, mental illness for sure.
remember the Norm joke
What did he say?
about the guy who's like, people always ask me, he's like, like, why'd they do it? Why'd they, and he's like, you don't know? He's like, you don't know why they did it?
Oh yeah. I know exactly what you're talking about now.
Because it's like
Taxes.
You're like, you get older and like life ends in a horrible mess. You don't know why.
Well, I think I'm quoting Joe, but I think it was Joe that said it. He's like, he went out like a
Yeah.
like
A champ.
like a champ, dude.
Yeah.
He went up. He like once he was like on his last thing, he went up to his house and he just died. Didn't tell nobody. He had it for years.
Just his ex-wife or
Yeah, no one really knew.
child of his son.
I had no clue. And it was like Norm's dead. I'm like, what the frick? But no, back to the people hanging themselves. Like, why would people think that that's the easiest way to go out? Because like,
Hanging?
yeah,
I think because there's a lot of people are afraid of the blood. They don't want to like deal with the blood.
I think
like,
hanging would be better than shooting yourself.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't. This is crazy.
Yeah, it
Say
got dark real quick.
Whoa!
Well, we've been kind of
I
on the
got
dark
depressed
side.
really fast.
He's like,
But I've thought that
But
I'm
back
like,
to normal. So
I don't
but-
understand that
I think a rope around the neck would be better than
for sure. But like, I don't think hanging is fun either.
No, some people accidentally kill themselves because they get
if
boners
you're
while they're
midway
hanging
into
themselves.
it and you're like,
yeah,
I
the
don't want to do
autoerotic-
this.
I follow a site on
X.
X, yeah.
I'm sure.
It's called 50/50, and it'll be like just like a polite photo, and it's like it says it's marked every time that you got to hit show on it, like that it's so it's like 50/50 chance it'll be like someone on a photo, or then it'll be like, you know, just like a dead foot or something like that, or like, you know, someone hanging themselves with a boner.
That's wild.
Yeah.
I would never follow that site.
No, I just and
You know, my favorite thing to do when
you
I
click on it, and then you'll be like, oh, thank God it was someone on the beach.
Eli.
You know what I'm saying?
You know, my favorite thing when I watch is laughing.
Me too.
That's my favorite. Like if I'm not laughing, this shit's going dumb.
Well, no, dude, X presents this to all of you guys too with all kinds of crazy
Yeah,
shit.
but
I
I
just hit
don't-
follow sometimes.
Yeah.
The only time I ever
I did
pop
too.
up X is like every once in a while you'll send something on X.
I would
And-
never
and-
send
and
you guys
in-
crazy
And in the
shit.
text, I can see the
What'd you say?
I said, that's not true.
and I can see the outline of what it is.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, I'll click into that one. But I'm very hesitant to ever click into
the
anything.
one that
on
I
X.
sent, the guy was getting stung by the
because I'm
hornets.
like,
Yeah, that was hilarious.
and he's like, oh,
Yeah.
I think
Oh.
I think my new
Like, I
favorite
love that kind of
channel
shit.
on
That's-
X
that's
is
what I go
probably
for.
Nature is
Funny.
Brutal. It's because it's just animal tax all day long.
That's not
It's
new
just-
type shit. You've been doing that
I
type
know,
shit
but it's
since
just
day
I found
one.
a- I
But
found a
X is like-
specific,
Bino's
it was
always showed me
yeah.
like the crazy shit that I show you guys that happens with humans. It's just more personal because it's humans.
Yeah.
Bino shows me the same shit that's going on in the reptile world.
Yeah.
He shows me there's a bird flying and this eel ate its way out of its neck, and this bird is just midair and with this big old eel hanging out its neck.
like 3 feet out of its neck. It just burrowed out of its throat hole.
Yeah.
Basically, its throat, and I'm just like, but yeah.
By the
they-
way, anything that I ever watch, it does sound fucked up, I know, but it's always just what the fucking shit shows me
Oh,
on
yeah.
X or YouTube.
it's your
I'm just
algorithm.
I'm watching the same channel.
I
I'm
will say
watching the
like
same
YouTube is a lot
apps
more.
you guys are. I'm on the same apps
but
you guys are.
YouTube is a lot more filtered.
yeah.
Instagram is more filtered,
I don't do Insta.
And TikTok is.
and TikTok's pretty filtered.
But I guess I have a question for you, Eli, because apparently this is a thing now. Because it's been a thing I've been hearing all over the place. Are you on Black Twitter or are you on White Twitter?
Oh, I've heard that too. I don't know how to be on
What
either
is
one.
I don't know. I don't. So I've heard
That's like black people Twitter, right?
Yeah, I've heard
they have their own
different
Twitter.
people- It's almost like their algorithm, the way their algorithm will figure out what their race is immediately, and like as soon as you log in and you'll start putting your
That's
information in,
racist.
and it'll show you different things.
I see
I
all
don't
kinds
know.
of black people kill themselves on my X following, so I don't. Maybe that puts me on black Twitter.
So it might be. I don't know. That's what
Because
it's a weird
I've
thing.
gotten like for me, it's either like insane, brutal killings.
Yeah.
That I'm like, why did I just see that on there? Or it's a full blown porno video. Yeah. And I'm like,
that is that
God.
X is
Even with the filter on.
Yeah.
You got
The filter don't do nothing.
The only thing you could get rid of the you just got to follow into it a lot more. You could only get rid of one of the two, the porno or the killing. So like I don't do the porno, so I just went into the
I don't want either of them.
he just has the killing.
the
I don't
killing.
either.
You can get rid of one of the
I
two.
like TikTok and
I go to TikTok.
I've been more on TikTok than like
I do a lot of TikTok.
We should probably quit saying
or
the K
Instagram.
word and say unaliving, and we apologize for that, YouTube.
Yeah.
like, dude, I almost sent a group of video of this guy like cutting a tree and he was in a bucket, and I swear to God, he was like harnessed in, and the tree fell on the bucket, and it was like this with him in it.
Like you did to our mics before.
Yes, no, way worse than that,
We're like-
bro. This guy got flung in the air like 20 feet, attached like twice.
Hell,
It was like
no.
Yikes.
It was crazy looking.
Yeah, that's
Was that on TikTok?
And that was on. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you see that one?
Oh, I have not, no.
He was like cutting a tree. He was like over a barn, and the tree fell and hit the bucket. But the way it like slung him,
He was probably freaking out.
but he was
like,
strapped in. So it was like the strap kept catching him. It was like, like he's slapping and.
right. Just broken shit all inside of it.
Oh God.
I don't know how
How-
bad it was. He
Bag of
definitely
shattered
lived.
bones.
It's like a collarbone.
I've seen some horrendous tree cutting down videos.
I'm sure. I'm sure.
You guys ever want to watch any of that?
No, I'm good.
Well, some of the videos you'll see, like they'll show them at the hospital afterwards,
Yeah.
and their face will just be like,
Oh, jeez.
Oh,
That's
halfway up.
That's the stuff I'm just like, dude,
I should probably be a nurse or something like that.
probably.
You know,
That stuff don't bother you.
except for the like, can't take shots on the job. Can't. I'm just kidding. I would never.
They'd be like,
I would not twerk while I have an open patient. I can tell you that.
Yeah, have you seen there's these? I've seen a couple of stories of nurses turning because they made more money on OnlyFans. They quit being legitimate nurses
Holy
to go
shit.
on OnlyFans. It's the
Why can't I
wildest
be
thing.
on OnlyFans?
Because you're not a chick. You're not a hot blonde.
I want to make 50 grand in a day.
No, dog, because we got hairy asses. And they don't, dog.
Yeah, it's true.
They're way hotter than us. I've never understood why chicks were into men.
Yeah, I think Eli. That's why we're that's why we're straight, because it's one of those things where I'm like yeah. You look at women, you're like, oh yeah, okay, I totally understand
Totally
that,
get
but
it.
I'm like, I look at men, I'm just like, oh, these hairy beasts that just lumber around and smash into stuff all day. Like I'm like,
We're pretty
yeah.
stupid, honestly, compared to women.
Yeah.
To be fair, I feel pretty.
I know. I've been married for 17 years, coming up on 17 years, and I'm like, why? Why are you with
stop
me?
it
How
right
do you
now.
find this? You're gonna let this climb
no
on top
idea.
of you.
Do not
No.
talk about my sister-in-law that way.
I'm just like, here I am. You know, I'm just like, "Phew, babe, you should check out that toilet, dog."
Yeah, wonder what she's thinking on the other side.
Oh yeah. Like before we were done doing Amazon today, I freaking ripped in there. We were
You
gonna just-
farted in the car?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Oh, my
it was
God.
bad. It stunk like because I had dairy the other day. I had Superman ice cream I cheated. So it was like raunchy, and she was like, "Do those stink?" I'm like, "No." I'm like, for whatever reason, babe, they have not been stinking lately. And she's like, "Oh, that's different." And then like as I'm getting out of the car, she's like, "You are a freaking liar." I'm like, "Yeah."
Yeah, all of a sudden,
I'm
I
like-
shitted my pants.
And I shut the doors in there. And did you smell anything when you got in or no? Dang. I was hoping to keep some of that in there. Seemed like, what's going on?
Smells funky in here, dude. Like a freaking drifty fart just lingering around.
It smelled like a drifty, like diarrhea turd in the floorboard.
I'm just straight shit in
It
the
was
car.
bad. She was like, "Oh my god!" But yeah, I mean, it is pretty amazing that women like
Put up with us.
put up with us, like us,
Yeah, that's crazy.
want to make a family with us.
Yeah.
You're like, yeah.
I've never understood it.
It's like she's like looking at me. She's like, "Man, if you have a son, he's gonna be just like
I
you."
think there's something deep rooted in it's like I think there's something deep rooted in our genetics. It comes back down to if you want somebody who's gonna again go out and maybe fight lions or go fight, it's like
Yeah, but then
they're not gonna be some like little pretty boy effeminate like
it's like
person
you
that
guys
looks
got
like-
wives, so you guys are well into the trade. You know what I'm saying? But it's like when you first meet a chick, there's a reason that when like she comes up to hug you or something like that, you're like, "Ooh, I smell like shit right now. Let me back off a little bit. Let me take a shower."
Nah,
We'll talk
not
from a
me.
distance.
I smell like butthole.
Yeah.
Like, what's up, babe?
What's up, babe?
Like, my feet, I pull out my freaking like my black socks off, and they just smell like rancid freaking hole.
No, dude, I get in from work and I go immediately to the shower. I'm just like I ain't touching nobody. No, I got the stench upon me.
Yeah.
I got the stench upon. There's a plague creeping the
The
land.
name of my new song, "The Stench Upon Me."
I've got this stench upon me.
That's some Metalocalypse.
Yeah.
Got the stench upon me.
Yeah, dude. But this whole freaking Diddy thing.
Yeah, dude. Let's go back to it. Actually, let's talk about it for a minute.
You like how I do that?
Yeah, I do. So
Baby oil.
Like like
freaking laced.
that's
Drug
our
use.
generation now. Is like these big like allegations come out about people, and we're like,
yeah,
oh, dude, like especially me. I'm like, oh, this is some good podcast material, bro. Holy crap! I'm over here on my keyboard, like.
Well, I think it's think about it. It's like the Amber
Yeah.
Heard, Johnny Depp, like trial. Like I think people are
Pooping in his bed.
fascinated by but like I think people are fascinated.
My
by
dog
crazy,
stepped on a bee.
Dude, I seen a picture of what was it, Amber Heard.
Yeah.
Her. I don't know if it's true.
Didn't that destroy her career?
Dude,
though?
I heard she like moved to.
hot.
There's a picture of her where she moved to another country
Yeah, and look at Johnny Depp.
and changed her name.
Johnny Depp looks like
That's what I heard.
She might have.
he looks like the Crypt Keeper nowadays.
Once again, like, why are these chicks into us? Like, because
I don't know. Well, like him, I can see why. He's freaking filthy rich.
That's why they get with us, and then they do shit like shit in your bed and cut your finger off. They're like, I thought I liked you, and then it turns out you're actually a weird creature.
That device you had, it looks like it could hold some cocaine. He's like, it is a device that looks like it could hold cocaine.
Yeah.
Dude, he was so fucking sick with it the whole time.
Yeah. No, he was just like
He was sick.
He don't look good now.
No?
Last I seen him, he's look pretty rough.
Well, how old is he now?
Yeah, 80. He's a vampire, bro. He's living off people's blood.
Oh, what's that?
I guarantee Johnny Depp's been freaking drinking the blood of children.
Alice Cooper and
Depp's
Joe
always
Perry.
Wasn't that Hollywood
With a little bit of-
Vampires?
Hollywood Vampires.
Like
that
from
was
like a little hamster.
he was literally in a band. They might
Still is.
Still is. Yeah,
I think
in
they
a
still play.
band called Hollywood Vampires.
Yeah.
Oh, Johnny Depp's?
Yeah, with him and
Makes
Alice
sense.
Cooper. And
Does he sing in it?
He plays guitar.
Okay.
Yeah,
Alice
guitar
Cooper.
player, dude.
And he's
And
drinking
Joe
the blood
Perry
of
plays
innocence.
lead guitar.
Called Hollywood Vampires.
Hollywood vampire, dude.
I bet that band sucks.
I actually kind of like some of their songs because it's Joe Perry and Alice Cooper.
Yeah.
How is Johnny in it?
I
Hey, Johnny.
don't know how much they
hit me
cover
with
him
that.
up,
Hey,
and it's
Johnny,
all
hit me
Joe.
with
I'm not
that
sure.
riff, dog.
Have you seen any of his live performances?
Yeah.
He's like,
He's afraid to come and do like he's not soloing. And
Did you-
stuff. He's playing like rhythm guitar quietly kind of deal.
Did you see Trump on with the in where was it at? Sam, Saudi Arabia, wasn't it?
Yeah. I think it was somewhere over there.
He nicknamed their prince. He was like Johnny, Johnny, my guy, or some shit like that. Like straight up nicknamed him. He's got like this name that is it's hard to explain. So we just like called him fucking Johnny.
It's probably, he was like,
I'm not kidding.
he thought in his head, he's like, never in a million years am I actually going to be able to repeat this dude's name. I'm going to call him Johnny.
I could be wrong. It's I don't know what the but it was Johnny or some shit like that. Yeah,
100% see that.
yeah. Theo was there. You said
Yeah. No, not there. No, not there.
that's probably where he did the joke like that.
Maybe it was over there. It was like I don't know exactly what it was, but Theo got invited over there with Trump. Trump invited him over there. So in front of all these people that like I don't know exactly what they do there. It was like a different place. I don't know. But he was like behind bulletproof glass and he was like, "What am I doing here?"
Theo was like remember when he went and just joined that tribe?
Yeah. Well, he's like
out.
he's walking. He's behind. He's like, "There's bulletproof
A lot of
glass here."
peyote.
He's like, "What am I doing
Trying to
here?" He's
find
like,
the Lord.
and he goes, "Some of you haven't even seen my legs." So he walks out behind this big desk. He's like, and he's looking around. He's like,
Theo is a good spirited person.
"Yeah,
I love Theo.
It was
Did you see him choke that guy?
Yeah, I didn't see that video.
It was
And
like
the way he did it.
He was like, "Hey man," and like Theo was just like this.
Did you see the video
'Cause
that
Theo-
guy released talking about it?
Oh yeah.
Okay, dude, I'm deep in that.
"Hey,
shit.
no, but Theo,
Did you see all that?
I didn't see. I saw the video.
he just has to crack a few
of, like
jokes
him grabbing
Right,
the guy
because
but I didn't
he's
see
good."
the-
So he
the
was like
after.
said a few jokes, and everybody laughed.
Yeah.
because it's Theo. So he
The guy released a video talking about it.
Yeah.
He's like,
But
I
he-
just asked you to have
But he also, but
picture
he,
for my.
and he kind of gave him props though. He's like, I'm sure he has a lot of people that.
I was like, this guy's
He's like,
about
he
to
just
start
wasn't in the mood.
He's about to start a fucking GoFundMe, just like everybody else does. That has some shit like that happen from a rich person.
and I should know where that was but I don't where they were at.
Yeah.
Oh, I have no.
Because like when he was doing that in front of the
I
prince
didn't
and
see
stuff,
it.
like the whole speech in front of the prince and all them people, I don't think it was there.
Yeah.
This happened. No, it was like another thing they did there, and it was huge. So all these people's like they're talking. I watched some guy talking about it. It's like all the people that do jobs that all day, every day, that your kind of humor is like gone. So it's hard to like impress them. It was like
Did he make him laugh?
Yeah.
Theo did? Yeah.
But they're the kind of people
True
that will just be
comedian.
like quiet. They won't laugh. So, but Theo did get a laugh, and you'll be like sitting there like thinking you're bombing, and you'll come up and they'll be like, "Man, that was so funny," and they're like, "Dude, really?
I didn't even
Like
laugh.
you should have like laughed or did
Like, wow,
something."
I've seen 10 guys get beheaded
Yeah,
yesterday.
people like that because their jobs are so like, stressful, kind of deal. And
Guys like that.
Theo just
actually
said a
do
few
see that
jokes,
shit.
and they're like, "Ha," and they like straight laugh. So he saved himself, but he had no idea what he was doing there. He's like, "Yeah, I have no clue." The president asked me, he's like, I don't know.
Sure,
if
I'll
he's-
be here.
I think it was Trump or his people asked him, and like, yeah, wouldn't you go?
Yeah,
If
yeah.
you was a stand-up comedian podcaster and the president invites you to this,
Sure, I'll be there.
yeah,
I'd be like,
Oh, could you imagine the money that they have to give him? Like, yeah, what's cool, man? I'll do some shit. I'll go over there and whatever you guys want me to do. Honestly,
you tell me what you need me to
Eli's
do.
like just standing there like,
This is us Afghanistan.
I'm just over there being a dumb ass
You're
American.
just standing there, like right next to Trump, like, yeah, dude, we got this.
Bin Laden's son comes
We
up to
got
me. He's like, I'm like, holy shit, who's this guy?
I don't know anybody over
They
there.
just captured me. and
Yeah, no, it
hold my
was
big
pretty
dumbass
interesting to
ransom.
see.
That's what's up.
It was cool to see Theo like out of his comfort zone,
Doing the Lord's work,
But-
dude.
pulling it off.
Yeah, yeah.
But you could tell it was different.
Well, that's good for thee.
Yeah. Is literally 4 letters.
I laughed so hard at that. My back cracked.
Like,
Dude, I do shit like that too. I'll cough and my whole fucking body will fucking crack, dude.
Like,
You guys ever had that? Like you cough real hard and like your whole back will
yeah.
crack?
Abe goes, it's
weird.
good for thee.
yeah, man. He's out. He out there,
love
like
how
he
we-
says it,
I
bro.
like
He's
how
out there doing the Lord's work. Dude, I like Theo.
He's
dude.
out there choke slamming motherfuckers.
Theo's a
Dude, you
he's
see
a
him
good
at
spirit,
you
man.
see him at MMA. I bet, dude. I think Theo could fuck.
I'd like to
somebody.
get my hands.
he-
I'd like to
didn't
get
he
my
say he
hands on
rolls?
Theo, dude.
he does some training, like rolling and like jujitsu.
I don't
I
know.
think
I
he
think
did.
he
I could've
did
swore he said
some.
he-
He's
I'd
done
like to get my
jiu-jitsu,
hands on
sure,
Theo,
yeah.
dude,
So I mean, he probably
and pray for him.
Oh,
probably looks it. Dude, he
Hey, Theo,
100%.
can I pray for you, bro?
dude, he might choke slam me.
I'm cool with that.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, like
The-
Can I still pray for
Theo's
you?
like kind of cool. Like the kind of cool. Like, do you remember that video where they're like just in traffic, and everybody's stuck in
pulls
traffic?
up on the cyber.
He just pulls up on that dude and was like, "Hey man, what's up?" Don't even know the guy. He's like, "No." He's like, "Yeah man, I'm just out here, you know, just like striking up conversation with a guy that he probably knew was a fan of his,
Yeah.
but just being cool with him, you know." So that guy, I don't know, man. I think he was.
Well, like
I don't think Theo
the
would just choke somebody for no
But
reason.
that's the thing. The video, you can't hear what the
Right.
guy is saying.
And he
to
comes
Theo.
back because
And you
Theo
don't-
like tells him,
You don't.
and then he comes back.
That guy might have came up and fucked with Theo 5 times before
Right.
that video.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. He definitely came up to him twice in the video we had.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
And he was carrying a big bunch of balloons and crap like that. I don't know what was going on.
Well, he
It was
said
like-
if you watch his video,
He
he
played their music or whatever.
he played music there that night.
Yeah.
And it was someone's birthday or something.
Yeah.
He tried to go. I don't know.
And Theo was definitely macking on chicks, and this guy was
Yeah.
like
That was too
freaking,
hot.
Theo-
Blonde standing by.
Theo
Yeah.
definitely was then told him to like kind of get away, like
Yeah,
you're
like,
done.
leave me alone, dude. I want
And the
to
dude comes back.
Yeah.
So
I don't care what you're saying. Like I don't want to talk to you, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get out of my face because he's like still trying to be like, hey, dude, yeah, man, I played here last night, bud.
hey Theo,
Right.
Hey,
No.
hey dude, I want to be on. Hey dude, can I be on your podcast? Theo's like, who is this guy?
Yeah.
It's like you did a solo that sucked.
Someone did that to me. I'm like,
You
yeah,
can't
bro,
even play
actually,
guitar,
you
man.
could Be on my podcast for
Come
sure.
on,
I
it's an open invite for Theo if he ever wants to come
Yeah.
on, dude.
or even the other guy.
Screw that guy.
Yeah, fair enough.
I'd be like,
I agree.
I mean, we got the new studio and also, you
Yeah,
know.
Theo
it's,
would love it here, dude.
that'd be brutal.
Having Theo,
No, I think we would just sit there and laugh at him. I would just like.
He would probably.
Yeah, I would just be like,
He
dude,
would
you
probably
just,
just crack on us the whole night.
you just do an
Yeah.
episode.
oh yeah, he would ask me, but
At
yo, bro,
home.
he's like, I just gotta ask you a question, man. Like, what's up? He's like, why didn't you ever get your teeth fixed, dog? I'm like, I don't know.
Damn, I look like shit, and I know that.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Appreciate it.
Thanks, dog.
Yeah, love you, dude. Still, choke me, dog.
And,
But no,
Theo, I'll let you kick my ass. You just get on my podcast just one time.
we would blow up.
Oh, if I could have Theo on the podcast, I'd take
Just
a
like
fucking
some
sock right
crazy,
to the jaw.
some crazy name that no one like. You know, people's been hearing it, but like that would people.
I
put
would
another
let
ozone,
I would let.
and would be like,
Who's that dude that need the dude in the face so hard? The MMA fighter.
Indented it.
No, it was like first round. He was like the damn. What's his name? He had long hair. He fought back in the day with like backyard fights too.
Kimbo.
He fought with Kimbo.
Oh, you're talking about Masvidal?
Masvidal. He need that dude in the face.
Oh, yeah.
where his, like,
Ben
his chin
Askren?
turned into pudding.
Ben Askren.
Yeah.
Ben Askren.
I would. Okay, that's where I was going with that. I would let Ben Askren punch me in the face if I could have Theo on the. podcast.
Yeah, absolutely. Or we could come
hard
on.
as he wants.
Yo, Theo, we could come on your pod too.
yeah,
We come hang out with you, dog. I mean, we're some big burly dudes, but we'll come hang with you, dog.
I wouldn't let like John Jones punch me in the face.
Yeah, it would. I'd split my lip, maybe knock
might
out a
be
tooth that I don't
brain
need.
damage.
Like,
they'd be like, "Where's Theo at?"
like,
boy, he ain't
slump
coming
me
for
in a
another
chair
week or two.
on Theo's podcast. And I just
All right, wake me up when he gets here.
back
Bro.
to like, hey, what's up, dudes? We here?
You're just bleeding out of your face
Hey,
profusely.
Theo's here. Hey, Theo, what's
But if Ben Askren punched you, you probably wouldn't be bleeding a lot. You'd probably
Nah,
just get
like, hey, bud. Just be like a little mark there. But
hey, bud.
stop it. Jake Paul knocked you out, right? First round, you idiot. Get out of
Jake
here.
Paul knocked him out too. Actually, yeah. Ben Askren might have had the worst.
I think Masvidal, like,
if anybody
like,
that dude,
showed
like,
everyone, like-
after Masvidal destroyed him, and then he went over and fought freaking Jake Paul. It's like you're done. Wrap it up. But he got paid. He got paid so much
Oh,
money.
I'm quite sure.
So actually, he probably had a way better career than ever I did.
Oh, for sure, me too. Like he's probably sitting on.
Yeah, who knows? Money.
I don't know.
He has money.
He's got lots of money there. That's
go.
for sure.
Dude, yeah, no one knows any fucking thing. I knew he did a frisbee golf fucking course.
He's really into
Bert Kreischer
golfing.
Bert Kreischer went over there and did it with him. I was like, yeah, that checks out fucking totally.
Yeah, I
You
think
look like you should have been doing frisbee golf.
who Kreischer?
Ben Askren.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, he looks like one of those.
professionally,
He looks like a
that should-
freaking a golfer.
that's a sport he should have gone into. Is that what you're saying?
He shouldn't have done MMA.
No, he got kneed in the face and then he got knocked out by Jake Paul.
Yes, he did.
Anybody that gets beat by Jake Paul,
Yeah.
unless
I would have Jake. Would you have Jake Paul on the
unless
pod?
you're Mike Tyson.
Would you take Jake Paul on the
I
pod?
let him beat my ass like he, dude, I would fall for you, dog. 50 million, I'll take a fall.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, you can like literally.
Watch, I'm gonna
Rock
get
my
an email.
face. I don't care.
We're gonna get an email.
Like, yeah, I'm calling this guy out on YouTube.
Anybody hear that big fat idiot in the corner that's saying he'll take a fall? Yeah, we've been looking for those.
Yeah.
See, but then the problem
He
is
beat Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson had his ass out.
Mike Tyson was always like,
he did. He did.
He was biting. That was it.
He was. I don't know why Mike was biting his gloves.
Mike, why are you biting your glove for?
Crazy.
And then in this back, and then in the back, you seen his freaking cheeks.
His ass was out.
Yeah, you're like, Mike, I don't want to see your butt.
On live like Netflix.
He's like, we
it
all
was like
dead.
the first
Doesn't matter. We all dead.
first
anyway.
live event.
It's an 11-year-old girl. Like,
on Netflix.
Mike.
Mike's ass.
Oh, dude, when the 11-year-old interviewed him,
Yeah.
dude, that's my favorite interview of all
He's like, you're
time.
dead. I'm dead. We're all dead. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. She was like, "Oh, that's nice to know, actually." Okay, yeah, because someone, I'm like, "Oh
Because
my god!"
it was like 'cause I love the one
"Oh,
line,
dead
'cause they
doesn't
were like,
matter."
What do you? She was like, "Well, what do you think about legacy?" It's like legacy doesn't mean anything, and it's just like legacy is useless, and just the way, just so deadpan he talked about. He was just like, yeah, it's, basically he's like dog crap, like, legacy. Don't
And
mean
the
nothing.
thing is, what's crazy about Mike is like he has kids.
Oh yeah,
So like, you should think like he knows how to talk to him at least.
I think
right?
that's how he approaches father
Well,
too.
Yeah.
Hey, when you're sitting there like on
the Mike
podcasts,
Tyson
eating
way.
like freaking
Yeah.
grams of mushrooms, like I don't
He's
think he's like a
the
good-
one guy in
like yo, someone
Impulsive. I don't know his name. He's Logan Paul's little
Maybe not.
right hand guy. I don't know his name. Whatever he is, but he was on Impulsive with Logan, and he was like the one. His Logan Paul's buddy was like, Mike. He's like, I've got it. Like I'm begging you, just take a drink of water, dude, because like he was just like sucking on these mushrooms. He's like. And the dude just asked me, he's like, Mike, please take a drink. He's like, it's ready yet. Like he sat there and sucked on the mushrooms for like the first like 45 minutes
And
of
I've
that.
seen him multiple times.
mushrooms
Just
taste
like,
like shit.
He chewed
Anytime
them.
I've ever ate them, I've never done that.
He chewed them and
like-
just
I know
like
it's
stored them in his
podcast,
mouth and just
like some chew.
just sucked on the juices and then finally eventually swallowed them.
I mean, dude, that's what someone like Mike Tyson probably should be doing.
maybe.
What?
Sucking on mushrooms like a dip.
Yeah.
I mean,
Because otherwise, it's like look at the other shit that he did.
yeah, that's. I mean, 'cause
That's,
it's-
He was
about
like
the most
a-
mellow thing he's ever done.
yeah.
Tyson, like mentally, like he was different, man.
Love you, Mike,
And
dude.
when
Come
he's
on the
doing his
pod.
podcast and
Oh,
stuff
dude,
like that.
love
like,
you, Mike. I'll let you punch
Oh,
me in
yeah.
the face for a million.
I don't know if I would ever do a podcast with Mike because Mike scares the crap out
Oh
of
yeah,
me.
me too.
I would let
If he
you
was sitting-
punch
if
me
he
in
was
the
like
face for a
if you
million.
were- if you were sitting there and like you were Mike Tyson, I'd be like, God, did he? Did he watch
I'd sit
all
here
of the
and just go-
impersonations I did of him? Terrible ones, by the way.
Like I
I'd
would
be-
just be crapping my pants.
I'd be like, I don't want to talk to this guy. He would scare the living
Yeah,
bejesus
for
out of
sure.
me.
Now it would've-
him sitting right
No,
Dude, him like in his
not at all.
in his 30s.
He'd be like, didn't you talk about spinal to me? I'm like, nah, dude, I did none of those things. Like that's that guy.
I'll fuck you, white boy. I'll fuck your ass, white boy.
That's what he told me.
I'll fuck you till you gay, white boy.
You do something.
He says shit like that. He said that. He said those exact words.
Exact
That's not me
words.
saying that.
Yeah, he did.
By the way,
he did say that.
I
He's
was,
like, put him in a straitjacket. He's like, put some money in a straitjacket.
he did.
I would have been like, I'm not that guy.
Hell no.
I'd be like,
I think
I'd be like, Mike, you should go whoop him, dude.
I think one of my favorite.
I'd try to be his
Tyson
best
interviews-
pal.
My favorite Tyson interviews is the one where like there's the journalist and like he's sitting there. He's like no, I'm sitting here with like alleged, he calls it the R word, alleged, rapist, Mike Tyson, and he's
He
like,
said R word than he actually said.
I know, I just went for it, but it
Hell
was
yeah,
just
did
like
run that
he
shit.
was just like Mike Tyson just looks at him. He's like, man, you're just a real piece of shit. You know that? and just the way
He's like, Mike, we're live. He's like, Mike, we're live. We can't talk with that. He's like, no. He's like, screw you, man.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like, you're a real piece of shit, man.
Yeah, I love I'm like, yeah, what's Tyson? What do you think is gonna happen, dude?
Or like when he was wearing like the little backwards like hat thing on the one, and he was like, "Yeah, f you, I'm done."
Yeah.
And he's like, "Mike, we're live." He's like, "I don't care, I don't like you, f you, I'm done."
Yeah.
And they like ended it.
And that's what I love about Mike Tyson is that when you see where he's coming from, dude's like everybody fucked him over in life.
Oh yeah.
Had terrible
Besides
life.
Gus.
Besides Gus.
Gus was his homie, dude. But then Gus
was his
passed.
homie. Then Gus did pass, and according to Joe Rogan, left Mike Tyson in the hypnotized state.
Yeah.
Hypnotized. Yeah, he's
Hitman
Thank you. I couldn't.
Did you hear
figure
about that?
one out, actually, I'm kind of
Yeah,
being
that's-
an idiot.
Kind of like that. Gus hypnotized Tyson when he was younger.
Oh, for
Into being
real?
like yeah.
Yeah. Well, was it Gus or was it?
Oh, it was
I don't think it's Cuss.
Cuss.
Yeah, Cuss.
No,
tomorrow.
was I don't. He didn't do the hypnot.
Saying Gus.
Was it? I don't.
I knew it wasn't.
I think
Cuss
Cuss had,
tomorrow.
no. I think Cuss had somebody else hypnotize
Yeah.
Mike. Cuss didn't do
He's
it
like-
himself.
Yeah,
It's like
Something.
Mike.
And like
Mike's
turned,
over here like,
turned,
But
him,
yes.
turned him into like
well, Mike's and he's like,
Like you're a
hypnotizing
killer,
him, and Mike's
you know?
like spinal, white boy, straight jack. I'm done.
That's fantastic. Abe. I love it.
Oh man. Oh my God. Okay, well, I'd say we could probably call it on that one.
Yeah,
though.
that'd be a good
And
one.
then we should end it on that. Mike Tyson, guys,
I know.
like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell notifications. Hopefully, this one goes good. I don't know. We've talked about some stuff on
cares?
here, but I don't care. I love it.
care.
It was fun. It was a good one.
It was a fun one.
Love you guys, though. Love ya. Let's do this again sometime.
Go
guys.
get hypnotized now.
See you guys on the next one.
Yeah.
Later.
See you guys on the next one.